Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my live. Welcome to my page. If this is your first time here, this will not be your last, right? I teach people how to create lives that they love by using their minds. Thank you so much for liking that, for tapping that screen for me. Hello, is it Alicia? Hello, Lane. How you guys doing? Are you guys feeling good today? If you are here, it is not by accident, okay? It is not by accident. On my lives, I empower people to remember how powerful they are. Thank you so much. Thank you for that, Rose. Thank you so much, guys. I got up and did something with myself today. Hello, Rosie. How you guys doing? How you guys doing today? Okay, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My winner's circle. That's what I'm calling my tribe now. We're going to be calling ourselves the winner's circle. Why? Because we want everybody to win. Because we want all of us to win, right? Hello, Jules. Hello, Captain Coldplay. How you doing? How are you doing? Hello, Victoria. How you guys doing today? It is Friday. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? We are all winners. Yes, that is our slogan. We are all winners, right? We're all winners. It ain't no fun if everybody can't win. We're not doing all that, right? So I don't know if you've caught one of my lives before. Typically, I go into the self-concept method and explaining how to use that method. I broke it down into 3 steps. How to use that method in order to create a life that you love, right? So you got to catch me on one of those lives when I'm walking through that method. I'm not always okay, but that's how I get stronger. Absolutely. It is through our trials and tribulations that we find our greatness, right? From Key West. Oh my goodness. How are you, the Paracle? Hello. Hey, Kim, how you doing? Welcome back. Winner's Circle, my group, my people. Okay, thank you guys for tapping that screen. Today I'm going to be going live with Izzy. He is another master manifester. And today I think he wanted to talk about soul ties. So I am about to... Oh, you're on your way to the office? Nice. Nice. Oh, you're on your way to the office? Nice. Nice. Oh, you're on your way to the office? Nice. Nice. We're going to be talking with Izzy. And we're going to be talking about... we're going to be talking about soul.
Hello, glad to see
What's
you.
poppin', Izzy? How you
Pretty much.
doing?
It's a beautiful day. How you doing?
Isn't it a beautiful day?
It is. It is.
It's a beautiful Friday. It's a beautiful Friday.
I'm trying to tell you, like, we really vibing today. It's a beautiful day.
Yes, I
Look,
am
they be talking
grateful for
girl, you
everything.
got fans over here. They talking about Nikki.
I love
Yeah, yeah.
all of y'all. Y'all
Yes,
know
yes.
what's up. Me and Izzy out here trying to inspire the people, trying to empower the people, right?
That's it. That's it. We just trying to, you see it. You see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And they feel it.
I'm trying to
They
tell
feel it for sure.
we just
Yes.
moving with love, man. That's it. And it just has this ripple effect, and it's a beautiful thing. So hey.
Oh, yes. So Izzy, tell the people, what are we going to be talking about today?
All right, so like I was telling everybody in my live, so we're gonna be talking about soul ties today. Today's topic is gonna be soul ties. Basically, trying to discuss what it is, how they're established, can you have one with? Are they only romantic? Can it be platonic? Let me see, what else did I say? How do you break them? A lot of people want to know, how do you break soul
Ooh,
ties? So that's gonna be an interesting one too.
ooh.
Um, and who can you have one with? So yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna be going through. And we're just gonna let the conversation flow. However it goes, is how it's gonna go. Um,
Yes.
did you have
Yes, we had a
anything?
great live like a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about all aspects of love for the
Uh,
month of February. And today we're going to be talking about soul ties. So that is going to be fun. We're going to let Izzy lead this live because I don't know too much about soul ties. I know what I picked up along the way, and I know what I felt
Mm,
along the way, right?
right,
And experienced in my own life.
right, right.
So, but we're gonna let you lead the way. But I did write down a couple of questions, and I did pull up a website that I felt would be helpful to the conversation.
Perfect.
So we're
Perfect.
just gonna go from there. Okay.
Bro, this is why look, this is why I love doing lives with Nikki. Nikki is always like crazy prepared. I love it. I fucking love it. Nikki is always prepared, yo. All right, cool. So let me see here. So what is a soul tie? All right, so basically, so soul ties are just a deep connection that you have with someone. And usually they end up or they tend to lead you into some kind of new insight or some kind of healing or some kind of growth. Even if it's like even if you consider that ex or that relationship a bad relationship, or somebody that just wasn't right for you or wasn't good for you, you can have a soul tie with that person. And like I said, it leads you to growth. So even if that was a bad relationship, you still learn something from it. You still had to take something from it. And that person still could be utilized as a catalyst for your growth. Um, so as far as how they're established, a lot of times,
Hold on. 'Cause let's
okay,
go back to this. Hold on. I
okay,
got some questions.
let's go. Let's do it.
Is he on a roll, y'all? He on a roll.
I'm here today. I'm here today.
Okay. So Izzy,
Mhm.
um, you okay? So is soul ties the same as soulmate?
Yes. So a soulmate is a type of soul tie. A twin flame, also a type of soul tie. Exactly. So yeah,
And
yeah.
now it makes sense because I'm like, is this the same thing as da, 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 da?
Uh,
Okay, so that means that there can be different types of soul ties, right?
exactly. Initially, because I guess soul tie would be like the umbrella term for it, and then everything under it, like soulmates, karmic relationships, twin flames. All of these things are considered a type of soul tie. So yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so they can be, like you were saying, they can be just connections, energetic connections, spiritual connections that you can have with someone else.
So they're almost defined as a spiritual agreement in a way. So yeah, so it's like a spiritual agreement, a spiritual connection, and typically, like I said, they move you or propel you within your journey of growth and or of healing, or of self learning and self understanding and self mastery. So yeah, they're strong. They're real strong connections.
Yeah. Okay. So these are agreements that were set into stone from before.
Right, and so
another,
like
another
so
lifetime.
right, and
That's what you
sometimes it yeah, it is in another lifetime, and then you come back and you find
said.
that person. But with the soul tie, like I said, it's a spiritual agreement. So once you and a lot of times people think that means, oh, there's a contract, or we said, hey, we're gonna be spiritually connected. It's not always verbalized. It's just that internally you've agreed to be connected to this person, to be connected with them, with through your words, your actions, how you interact with this person, etc.
Okay. So it can be, okay. So like you said, it can just be something that this person feels towards the other person
Exactly.
that sets it into stone.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
okay, I want to be connected to you forever. So,
Like right. Yeah.
so they connected to me forever.
Right. I'm connected forever. Yeah. Nah. It's not like that. It's not like. But I mean,
Is it
it does.
unfinished business? Is it
Huh?
unfinished business?
When you say unfinished business, what you mean? What do you mean?
Like I guess in a previous life, because I'm trying to. Is it just lessons? Is it like this person, my soul may recognize another person's soul because there is a lesson there that's meant to be learned, or because my soul actually recognizes this person's soul from another lifetime?
I like both of those actually. So yeah, it's like my soul recognizes this other person. And a lot of times it can be yes from a previous lifetime. So your soul recognizes that soul, and yeah, okay. We don't really know what happened in the previous lifetime. We come here with our memories erased, so we don't know. But
Yeah.
our souls remember that other soul. So either we learned that lesson in the previous lifetime, and we've come back together to reunite, or we didn't learn it in that previous lifetime. So we're coming here to learn it now,
Okay.
if that makes
That's
sense.
interesting. Yeah. So I've really just like I've been savvy on like soulmates and of course like the twin flame thing, you
Right.
know. But
Hmm.
I've never gone into depth as to the whole soul tie thing and the karmic thing or whatever. I have understood that soulmates can be like they say platonic. They could be family members. They can
Yep.
be anybody. Just someone here to help your soul evolve to the
Evolve.
next level.
That was a perfect way to
Yeah,
explain that. Yeah. Damn, that was good. Damn, nigga.
yeah,
Am I
yeah.
running this or
And
you
so,
running it?
no, you running it. We running this. We're
We
running
running
this.
it. I like it.
But yeah, so that's very interesting to hear your perspective on it and how people actually get connected in those moments. But
All right.
yes, okay, so carry on. I know I put you to a standstill by stopping, your flow, but I just
Nope.
wanted to understand.
Nope. That was perfect. I'm glad that you did that because I was about to start moving too fast. So I like how you
Yeah,
did that. For
I'm like,
that.
damn,
I,
we out of time, we out of questions. You didn't answer them all in 5 seconds.
in 5 seconds. So yeah. All right. So real quick, before we go any further to the next part of this, I want
Yeah,
to we can read our comments real quick, see what anybody because I want them
sure.
to be involved in this as well. So I want to see what they got to say too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jay Sparks says setting boundaries is key. If you allow things to continue, they will. Sometimes soul ties can be forever because it's destined. Okay, I feel that. Okay.
Can be forever. Yeah.
Can be forever. Okay. Every person is different, so therefore their ties will be different. Okay. Jay Sparkle coming in. Okay, shout out to you. Um, let's
I
see.
like that.
Let's see. Venus says, is being intimate with someone the only way to get soul ties? I'm gonna tap into that's actually the next question. That's
Y'all tap
actually
that screen for us while y'all are listening, okay? Let's tap that
yes,
screen.
yes. Keep tapping the screen, everybody. All right. So let's. I like that question. All right. Well, hold on. Let me see. Let me get one more before I. Soul ties can be between friends and just love's correct. Oh, okay. So another question. All right. So y'all basically asking questions. I'm about to start answering. All right. Cool. So how can they be established? So I think Vina asked, can it be being intimate with somebody? Yes, that's one way to do it, and probably one of the quickest ways to establish a soul tie. Another way, it doesn't always have to be intimate though. A lot of times it's just just spending a certain amount of time and being involved with somebody in a specific way. Because like I said, soul ties don't always have to be romantic. It can be just with a family member. So you can have a deep connection with your grandmother. That's a soul tie, and you love her, and y'all spend time together, or it's just a certain kind of connection. So it doesn't always have to be an intimate thing that establishes a soul tie. Um, Now, just because, let's say, for instance, you got a neighbor that you've been living next to for like 2 years, and
Uh-huh.
y'all interaction don't go no farther than high and by. Just because you've been living next to them for 2 years does not mean that y'all have a soul tie. That's just
Right. Okay.
But I mean, if you hang out with your neighbor, you all always over there, y'all connect, y'all relate to each other, y'all talk about things like then yes, in that way you can form a soul tie. That's a platonic soul tie, unless of course you just intimate with your neighbor. But no, intimacy is not the only way that soul ties are established. It could just be established by spending an extended amount of time with somebody and just being around them and sharing energies with that person.
So my understanding of what I've picked up over my 39 years of living, okay?
You said
Which
21. You said 21.
yeah, right. Listen, I'm loving every single moment of it. You hear me? Okay,
I
I'm
know it.
grateful
I
for
see.
every year that I got. Every year, okay? Because I want to be here till I'm like 130 on talking
You
to
right.
my great greats.
Right.
Okay.
Keep glowing. So
And
keep.
I'm gonna welcome every wrinkle. Bring it on. But so what I have also picked up is sometimes when we connect with people and we feel such a strong energy,
Right.
such a strong connection, people naturally think that it is supposed to be romantic. And
Right.
a lot of times, if these are soulmates and these are people that's helping your soul evolve, and then you mix in sex and things can get like crazy because y'all are here to help heal each other as opposed to be fucking. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So a lot of times we think that we're supposed to be intimate and we desire it and it feels good and all of that, but we're really supposed to be helping each other heal a piece of each other, you know, in our
Right.
lifetime. I've picked that up. I know that that is a thing. Okay.
That no, that is a thing. That is so true.
It is.
But
It is definitely.
that's the crazy part
I'm
about
listening.
it. Like, those connections can be that strong, that powerful, to where it makes you feel that way. It's like, damn, I like, why do I feel like we need to be like a thing? I need to have you forever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Absolutely. I
that
know.
that just goes along with, I guess, like, our nature as humans, how we just we all
Yeah.
always striving for more. We want more. We want, and always trying to figure out, like, how can, I think it goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand.
So it is a spiritual connection,
Right.
ultimately. It's a spiritual connection, right? Let's see. Uh, so how do you know, did you say this already in here? How do you
Well, how do you?
know when it is a soul tie?
Like I
How
said,
do you know?
it's just that, in like so in my video, I had made a video about soul ties, and the way that I explained it was just, how do you know is once is if you have that deep connection with somebody. So you already understand you have a certain level of connection with somebody, a deep connection with somebody, and that connection has propelled you into a new, like, propelled you into new insight. It has changed you in some way. It is giving you it has helped, like you said, helped you evolve in some way. That's how you can tell the difference of it being that kind of connection, and then, it
So
just
how do you tell instantly? How do
and
you tell, like, how do you know instantly?
I mean, I think that's gonna come down to discernment. As far as instantly, I don't know if you can
Yeah,
necessarily,
how do you know?
unless, of course, like I
Do
said.
your souls recognize each other? Like, is it something like you just know? Is it something that feels familiar?
Okay.
Is it something like, I don't know, you make, like, what I was reading was, I wrote it down. They were like, even if a person has a busy life, it's like
Mhm.
they make room
They made
for
room.
this person.
Right,
They
right.
make room for them.
So,
Um, what else did I write?
now what you gonna say?
Sorry, go.
No, no, go ahead, because I
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, it was saying that they make room for them, like no matter what is going on. And it's something that it's a sudden feeling of familiarity.
Mhm.
Do you feel that?
So yeah, and that's the thing, right? Okay, so it's like, you don't you ever had that moment, like, just like, damn, I don't know why I like this person so much, or why I'm like so drawn to this person so much, or like, why, like, I don't know why. Even if, like, we don't have like the same, um like, everything, like, even if we don't relate in the same, like, I don't know, like, we might not like all of the same things, or we might be on two different ends of the spectrum, or whatever the case. But it's like, damn, I'm
Yeah,
so connected to this person. Like, why do I, like, we may not always
yeah,
know it mentally, but our souls in it
yeah,
feel it, and with
yeah,
spirituality, or with spiritual connection, it's beyond the mind. So the mind won't always be able to break it down and intellectualize everything that happens spiritually, or within, or internally, or intuitively. So that's why sometimes we don't always know, and especially when it comes to identifying it instantly, we don't always know that, because we're so in our mind. But like I said, the spiritual realm is beyond the mind, so you won't always be able to understand it in that way, in that form.
yeah. That makes sense because the mind is just trying to make sense of it according to its perception here and what it's experienced. But if it's your
Right,
soul recognizing
right.
something way beyond ourselves, then oh my goodness, of course we can't make sense of it. I'm gonna read some of my questions for you.
All right,
Um,
go ahead, go ahead.
Someone says, can soul ties traumatize you? Now, if we need to save it for later, we'll come back to it, but I'm going to read a couple of these. Do you want to
Okay.
answer that one now? Can soul
Gosh.
ties traumatize you?
So I think I don't think the soul tie is what traumatized you. I think it's whatever experience that you had, how you perceive that experience, how you were affected by that experience, is what traumatized you.
Yes, I like that. Somebody says soul ties can also be love bombing. What does that mean, Kim?
Yeah, love. So love bombing, um, love bombing. I think that because that's a good one. I think love bombing is like when somebody's like excessively, like, um just like you said, bombing you with love, like just doing things for you, getting you things like, and it's right out the gate. It's right out the gate, and then maybe
Oh,
they take
okay,
it back.
yes.
Did,
Okay,
did she
okay.
explain?
Somebody asked, how did I, somebody said, did I miss how to break a soul tie? Not yet. We haven't gotten there.
No, we ain't
We
gotten there.
haven't got
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
investing in relationships. Does that create a soul tie? They ask.
That's what yeah, soul ties an investment. Yeah, you definitely invest because that's what I'm saying. It's a connection. It's a strong connection. And how do you connect with somebody if you don't invest into that person?
Right. Okay. Okay. So maybe they're asking like, if you invest in someone,
Hmm.
does that create a soul tie? Or is the soul tie just something that is just there or not?
That are no, no. So it's both, right? Soul ties can already exist with you and another person, and then you can create a soul tie with somebody. So yes, to answer your question, you can create a soul tie with somebody.
Uh, because of the being intimate and stuff like that?
It can be because of being intimate, but like I said, you're also, like I said, it's an investment. So if you are investing time in this person, you're connecting. um like I said, with the neighbor analogy, it's like, just because you and your neighbor live next together, you see each other as high and by, that doesn't mean that y'all, have a deep connection with each other. You're just high and by, you're familiar with each other. But if you go over there and y'all always hanging out, y'all spending time with each other, you can create a soul tie with that person.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Awesome. Okay, we can carry on.
Let me see here. Let me see. I see. I feel like soul ties is you experiencing someone, not necessarily being tied to one another. It's not necessarily being tied to that person. But I guess the term tie just comes from it being a connection, an internal connection, a spiritual connection. Can create by mentally or emotionally. Wait, can you create it by mentally and emotionally attachment? Um, Mental and emotional attachment. Well, yeah, yeah, you can typically and a lot of times, man, soul ties are typically mutual, because I just fire wait because I just lit a fire inside you. Amazing feeling, excitement. Okay, Cash Mom, shout out to you, love. Let's see. Your soul would tell you when it's there or not. Yep, that is very true. That's very true. But like I said, a lot of times people try to intellectualize these kinds of relationships, and it's like it's more of a feeling. It's inside. Just like anything spiritual, it's within.
Okay. I like that.
I think we can go to the next one. I think I just want to read some of this just in case it ends me.
Cool.
Neighbor. Okay. All right, cool. All right. So okay, so the next one was like, who can you have a soul tie with? And like I said, you can have a soul tie with virtually anybody because you can create them, or it can already be established. Like I said, it can be a family member, it can be, your friend, it can be your neighbor. It can be anybody that you establish a soul tie with.
Yeah, I agree. It can be anybody.
It really could. That's what I'm saying. It could be anybody. It could. It really
Yeah.
could. Let's see. Do they last? Do soul ties last? So,
Ooh.
because well, of course they definitely do. They definitely do. Um, they can last. You can have a soul tie with somebody. It can last, weeks, months. It can last lifetimes. And I think that I think that everybody knows that they can last because of the fact that we have so many people that are focused on, how do I break this soul tie? How can I break this soul tie with somebody? So it's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they want to know. Get rid of this shit because I'm tired. Okay.
right.
Tired.
Do you feel like you've established a soul tie with somebody that you haven't been able to break, or have you ever been concerned with breaking one?
Yeah, me for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it took time. I think it was time and the dedication that I was actually pouring into myself that helped me break the soul tie. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? I wasn't calling it a soul tie then because I'm again still learning. But yeah, it definitely took me time. And again, just pouring into myself. And that allowed me to, I guess, disconnect myself. I no longer had this attachment to this person, you know?
So I want y'all, if for everybody that's listening, for everybody that's concerned with breaking soul ties, I hope y'all heard exactly what Nikki just said, right? Because I think everybody thinks that it's like there's this DIY 1, 2, 3 method to breaking a soul tie. It's like, okay, all you gotta do is this, that, and then it's done. But in
Right.
it's a lot more to it. It's putting that work in to do it, the internal work really. She took the time, and she had to go within. She had to put that energy into herself. She had to do that, a lot of self-healing, in order to connect, to disconnect, or to, break that attachment. And that's really what it is. It sounds cliche. It sounds like, okay, whatever. But that's just really what it is. um a lot of times we don't even acknowledge, or we discredit the level of connection or attachment that we may have with somebody. And it's a lot of things to it when it comes to like abandonment issues, attachment issues, codependency. All of these things kind of prevent you from being able to break a soul tie with somebody. And in order to get rid of those things, like I said, or like Nikki said, she had to do a lot of internal work. She had to do the healing. She had to just take that time for herself. So when people get out of a relationship and they're like, "Oh, I'm lonely and I'm this and I'm that," it's like, no, you're not lonely. You may be alone right now, but that alone time is essential for your growth. It's essential for your healing, and that's what you have to use that time for, in order to
Right.
not feel like you need somebody else to be happy. You need somebody else to be at peace. You have to find that peace and that happiness within yourself before you can move forward and be able to maneuver through oncoming relationships or relationships in the future. But to break that soul tie, like I said, it's just gonna have to be you acknowledging that it's there, and then you making the decision to do the work to break that soul tie. But it's gonna have to be within yourself, and that's really what it's gonna be. But as far as like a DIY 1, 2, 3, it's not
Right.
like that.
I think you're right. It's like whatever feels good for you, whatever feels healing for you.
Exactly.
There's a million techniques out there. I'll be talking about there's 1,000 manifestation techniques out there, but you can create your own. You know that, right? Like it's like you can create your own. Um, and it's almost I don't know why people be so scared to be by themselves,
I,
baby.
me either. I
There
don't.
is so much peace in being by yourself.
Is
It
it
is, I mean, I enjoyed being single. I really did. So I don't know what it is that why people are so scared of being on their own, but it should be a joyous occasion
right?
when you are able to focus on yourself. Um, and also I wanted to say it was through okay, if this was a soulmate that was here, that was to help me evolve, right? I had
Right.
that soul tie with him. And the
Mhm.
way that I got out of it and started focusing on myself, that was how my soul evolved.
Right.
I got out of it and healed myself from those particular issues and trials and tribulations that I went through. Therefore, my soul evolved. We can't be scared to cut the cord or do the work. Because if we want growth, if we want to evolve ourselves, then it's like I ain't scared of a little hurt. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want it, but it's like if this is what it takes for me to get here, okay, I can shed a few tears. I didn't cry enough anyway. You feel me? But I'll shed a few tears,
Right.
right? Give it to me. Bring it on. I'm strong enough,
I,
right?
I
I'll endure. I know I'll survive. Shit, I existed before this person came about. It's like, what? Who
100%.
was I? Who was I before they came? Okay, I was somebody. Shit, right?
I think people discredit, like, how essential like that pain is to your growth and to like just your healing, like your strength. Like, you understand, like, okay, it may hurt, but you have to understand that it's necessary for you to move past it, and for you to grow past it, for you to get stronger. Um
Yes,
it's,
yes. It's
it's
just like exercising. When we take our ass to the gym and we so sore, what is happening there? We
damn.
are growing. We are getting stronger. It
like
is the same shit. It is
I,
the same shit.
I like how you put that. I like that was a perfect analogy for that. That was a perfect, like, it's just like going to the gym. You
It is.
No, what they say, no pain, no gain. So if you can't
Exactly.
get hurt, then how can you expect like anything?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's
That's
perfect.
what I feel.
I really like the way you put that. Let's see. Venus is another way soul ties can be broken is if too much damage has been done and you wait. Another way soul ties can be broken is if too much damage has been done and you're fed up, so to speak. As she says, disconnecting yourself is hard, and some people take time to learn how to turn it back on. That's the thing. It's like, yeah,
Mm.
it's okay if it takes time. Understand that it's okay. It's supposed to, and there's no time frame on healing. There's no time frame on growth. It's really a lifelong journey. It's like no one's going to be 100% healed, 100% mastered. It takes a lifetime.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
That's why it's called a journey. Let's see. Yeah, she's speaking.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see. It's
Thank
what's it?
y'all for tapping the screen, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I love you so much.
It's Livy
Thank you,
Love to
God.
see. She's speaking. The more you pour into yourself, the less you pour into things not serving you. 100%.
It's so true. It is so true.
Let's see. Somebody says I have a soul tie with a man that doesn't want anything to do with me, but we keep
Mm.
being drawn together. Oh, okay.
Wow.
That was a good one. So that's a
Wow.
way that you know. That's another way that you know if you got a soul tie with somebody. If you continuously drawn back to this person. So yeah, I forgot about that. That is right. So if you continuously drawn back to them, it can be yeah. If you keep coming back, then yeah, you definitely have a soul tie with him. But for you to say that he doesn't do anything with you, I don't know if I agree with that because if y'all keep coming back to each other, he definitely does. He might act like he doesn't want anything to do with you, but he can't help
Uh,
recognize something in you.
I mean, okay, hold this. So do you always have to, okay, so say it is something that's toxic,
Okay.
right? It's a soul tie, but it's toxic. And
Mm-hmm.
you really don't want to go back, but you do. But you don't want to go back, but you do. Does that not exist?
Does exist. It definitely does exist, and you know why? I think it. I know it's because of two things. So the mind. We already know the mind is powerful. Intuition is powerful. Our intuition is strong. Our mind is powerful. And so what happens is that these two begin to battle with each other. And I'm in my mind. I'm like, nope, I'm not going back. I don't want to go back. Intuition in my heart is like, but I do want to go back. And so what happens is that we get stuck somewhere in between this battle. We in the middle of the war.
Yeah.
They battling and we in the middle of it. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where it becomes conflicting. Um,
Mhm.
but when it comes to being something toxic, remember there's different types of soul ties. So you got the twin flame,
Oh, yeah.
soulmate, and you got the karmic. So the karmic
So
relationship.
talk about the different ones. Talk about the different ones.
So when it comes to that karmic relationship, it's it's supposed to be that way. It is toxic, yeah, but it's for growth. The reason why it's toxic is because there's a lesson that you need to learn there. It is something about that person that brings out a certain side of you. It's something in that person that basically you are mirroring or they're mirroring. Um, Especially with twin flames, it's like you're mirroring each other. I did some research on the twin flames relationship, and it was saying that the way that you really know about a twin flame relationship is that usually there's usually one person in the twin flame relationship that's more healed than the other one. And in this relationship, either the unhealed one is going to come up and meet you and being healed, or the unhealed one is going to run away. So somebody's going to run away
Oh,
because it becomes
oh wow.
exactly. Because y'all mirror each other so much, y'all do the same things. It's still, like I said, it's still growth. It's still supposed to be, growth for both of you, healing for both of you. However, like I said, it's either gonna go one of those two ways. It's either you gonna come up, they both gonna come up, y'all gonna learn y'all lessons, y'all gonna come together, or it's somebody's gonna run. There's gonna be a runner. With a soulmate, it feels a little different. It can still no relationship's perfect, right? No relationship's perfect 100%. Um, but with a soulmate, it just feels a little different. It's more of a love that you can allow that person to be themselves independently while still being with them. And they do the same thing for you. I can allow you to be yourself, live in your energy, live your truth, not trying to control you, not trying to say, I need you to be this way. You're mine, you're mine. It's not like a, what is it called? It's not like like I'm saying, like fuck, I don't know the word. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's like, you're saying you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. I got to control every aspect of this relationship. instead of just allowing that person to be and loving them for being who they are.
Yeah, I love that. That was nice.
Let
Did
me
y'all
see.
hear that, y'all? Did y'all hear that? He
Let's see.
just broke it down for y'all, for real. He
Let's see.
just broke it all the way down.
This journey
I'm
is
gonna
not.
read some of these.
It is definitely not for the faint of heart. Somebody said.
We
Um,
don't want things to be too easy here on Earth, y'all. Like,
right.
we stronger than that, right? So let's do what we got to do to evolve and keep it moving.
I mean,
Keep it moving.
exactly.
Someone says, what about if you also have no fixed centers? I mean, you reflect energy like a mirror of your surroundings, apart from your own self. Did you understand that?
Not entirely. They may have to rephrase it, or I don't know.
Okay.
Ask
Let
it
me
again.
reread it again. What about if you also, Alicia, can you reword this? What about if you also have no fixed centers? I mean, you reflect energy like a mirror of your surroundings, apart from your own self. So maybe we didn't understand the fixed centers. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm not understanding the fixed sentence, but and then on top of that, I'm not sure how it's its relation to like a connection or relationship. I think that's what I'm
So
not.
she says, another one says, can you have a one-way soul tie?
Um, oh no, I said that earlier. I said typically they're mutual. So now here's the thing, because like I said, here's the thing with it when it comes to those, they're usually mutual, right? And with it being one way, if you feel like you're,
Hmm.
I'm the only one. I love you. I'm connected to you. Then because like I said, like I said, it's a spiritual
That could
agreement.
be any and every damn anybody. Shit.
I was saying anybody.
God damn. Oh, wow. I know how many soul ties you got. Okay. Jesus. Y'all ever have Izzy's live? Oh my God. I know that he is meant to lead the goddesses because, baby, it's like 99.99% female, number one.
Oh, you so
They
funny.
all mesmerized.
Oh, you so funny. You are so funny, girl.
It's a good thing. That means that you are meant to lead the goddesses naturally. You know what I'm saying? They are
Thought about
attracted to you. You are meant to lead them. Huh?
it. I never thought about it like that though. That's a very
Yeah,
interesting perspective.
absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. But yeah, so we know how many one-way soul ties he would have without even knowing it. Without even knowing it.
Stop.
Okay.
Right? Like tied to the whole world. Don't even
For real.
for real though.
So no, I feel they personally have to be two ways. I think that of course the reason why it is called a soul tie is because the souls recognize each other. If
Exactly.
it were just a one-way thing, that could be anything with anybody, just someone um admiring or lusting or wanting another individual, right? Or desiring another individual. So of course this specifically is soul ties, soulmates, twin flame thing. This is something that is, again, some type of contract, some type of something between the two individuals.
Because like I said,
And of course, through their souls, because these are just avatars that we're using here, right?
right,
This is nothing. It's definitely a soul thing, a connection thing. Yeah.
right. It's a mutual agreement. Like I said, mutual spiritual agreement. So yeah. If it's one way, like I said, that's more of like that can be an attachment, an abandonment issue, a codependency thing. Like it could be something like that. It can be just a desire, a strong desire to be with that person. So, nah, they're usually mutual.
Someone says, it's so hard to heal from someone you have kids with. How do you feel about that?
Um, well then, now that's definitely a soul tie. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's gonna be the same thing though. It's gonna be the same type of process with when it comes to putting the work into yourself and putting the energy for yourself. Yeah, it's hard, but it's not impossible. And that's what I'm saying. This is another thing too. It's like when it comes to setting yourself free, yeah, it might be hard to do that, but nothing that is truly valuable ever comes easy. And I know setting yourself free is pretty damn valuable, right? So it's like
Yeah.
you feel me. So of
Yeah.
course, yes, it's hard. It may be hard, but that's the part. That's the purpose of your journey. It's just like when you want to. If I wanted to, just like bodybuilders, that shit is not easy to be a bodybuilder, but it's
Right.
hard. But they got to keep going, and it makes them better. It makes them stronger. It makes them, it ups the physique.
Yeah.
Like we can go back to the gym all day. Go back to the gym all day.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's like the things that we go through make us who we are. Okay, everybody can't be that bodybuilder. It's the person that is willing to have the dedication, the person that's willing to take those steps, right? That makes them the bodybuilder and me not the bodybuilder, right? That's what makes them the bodybuilder, that they had the dedication, they put in the work, they put in the hours. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
you are here teaching, a spiritual teacher, right? So you have put in the work, you're putting in the work, you're studying. That's what makes you different. That's what makes you, allows you to be able to sit up here and regurgitate the knowledge that you have attained. That is why people come to us, because we have put in the work.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So
That
we want to do these things, y'all. We want to put in the work. We cannot be scared of work. See, I'm scared of a 9 to 5. Okay. That's the type of work. I don't want no 9 to 5. I ain't working for nobody. Okay.
whew.
It's me. It's me. That's the type of work that scares me. But when you're talking about working on myself,
Oh no,
making myself better so
I'm
I
here for
can
that.
be a tip top, woman later on, like, give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah, I'm here for
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that shit. That's a whole nother live right there.
Right, exactly. I read somewhere that there are one-way soul ties. I'm not sure, I'm not sure about that. Hey, Tria, honey, I'm
I,
not sure about that.
me either. And that's the thing. You won't be able to read. I mean, what is it?
Make sense of it, like you say, logically.
Yeah, logically, but you can't always believe everything that. Because I mean, you said I read somewhere, so it might have been like an online article, or somebody might have just said that. But a one way, so that doesn't make sense. It's like you can't um I don't know. It's like a soul tie. So two ends have to be tied together. It's like tying a shoe or something, or I don't know, tying a rope together. It's like you can't tie the rope with just one end. I don't know. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tamara, where'd you read that at? We don't know, but I don't know. I mean, if you have some more info, please share. We are always willing to learn,
Right.
for sure.
That too. I want y'all to, and that's what I come up here too. It's like I don't come off or give off like I have all the answers. Some
Right,
I'm fine with letting you know I don't know. I'm okay with
right.
don't have that answer, but I'm gonna do my best
Well,
with
the greatest teachers know that we don't know
it.
anything.
There you
We
go.
don't know anything.
Well, shit it off.
Compared to how much knowledge and information there is out there, I just have a speck. I wish I knew it all, but no, I do not.
That's it. That's it.
Right?
That's
Yeah,
it.
we know nothing. You got
That's
some more comments?
yeah. Ashley
Let me go
says,
back
can
to this
someone be
article.
blocked by trauma from soul ties by shutting off emotions or numbing themselves? Can you be blocked by trauma? Can someone be blocked by trauma from soul ties by shutting off emotions or numbing themselves? Um. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're asking, can you block out the trauma by just shutting off? No, no, because all you're doing is repressing. That's what that is. You're just repressing. In other words, you're just storing that shit in there. You're just storing the trauma.
Right.
That's you just stored the trauma until something triggers it and makes it all come out. That's all you're doing. And that's why it's essential to do the self work. If you need to cry, cry, let it out. If you need to take time off or you need to go by it, like take that time,
Yes.
feel those,
Yes.
process that shit and get it and let it out if necessary. But to be like,
Right.
I'm just gonna numb myself. No, all you're doing is just repressing all of it, bottling it up. That's all you're doing is bottling it up.
Yeah. And it's gonna come out later.
Own
Okay. Don't think don't think you slipped away, because baby, it's gonna come back bigger and better later for sure. So you better resolve it and work through it while you can, you
I,
know?
it's like we do that. We especially like anybody like really, where we think that shutting off emotions or not allowing ourselves to feel, we
Yeah.
that's gonna better something. But all you're doing is dehumanizing yourself. Whole time you're
Yeah.
feel that you're here to experience that. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you move forward in your journey. So nah, don't numb yourself. Don't shut off.
Yeah, I love that.
Let's see. Venus says that
Mhm.
by it may have to be a lot of damage done. Mentally forces your way. Okay, I got you, Vina. So Ashley says you can have more than one soul tie. Yes, you can have more than one soul tie. 100%.
Yes, you can. Okay,
Like
Ash, you can. Okay,
you damn so can.
watch out now. Watch out.
Nigga, you funny, man. Nigga has me rolling, man. Control. Let's
Watch
see.
out, Ashley.
Control.
This question in here is talking about soul ties. Can you tell if someone is in love by their eyes,
Can you tell if
by the
somebody's
way that they look at you?
yeah, for
Can
sure.
you tell if someone is in love by their eyes?
Yeah, that makes you can. I think you definitely can by the way somebody looks at you. Eye contact tells you a lot. Eye contact tells you a lot, actually. You can tell a
It
lot.
does
What they say, the eyes are the windows to the what?
to the soul, I think.
Okay then.
What
All
is
right.
it? Is it to the soul? What is
Yeah.
it, y'all? Oh,
Eyes eyes are the windows of the
yeah.
you damn sure can you can tell for sure.
I was in one of your lives the other day. You was talking about that. You was talking about the eye contact thing, right? You was talking about how you. Oh, someone was saying something about playing hard to get. What was y'all talking about? It
Right.
was something like that. Oh, someone had asked you, how does she know if the person is really feeling her because he keeps looking at her or something like that? Wasn't
Yeah.
it something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, girl, look in his eyes. Okay,
Trying to
look
tell you,
in his eyes.
got him.
You'll know.
You'll definitely know. And then also like you can tell like if somebody feeling you or their body language tells you a lot. Body language tells you a lot. Their feet's pointed to you, shoulders pointed to you. Like if they're directed to you, a lot of times that lets you know how they feel about you. So yeah, pay
That
attention.
is very true.
Yes.
That is very true. Okay, let me find out. Izzy got some human psychology, some human psychology knowledge, body language, and everything. But it's so true. That is very true. I look a lot in people's pictures, like their couples pictures, like how their body language is with
Uh,
each other. I do pay attention to that
yeah.
because it tells a lot, you know?
It used to be this thing. I used to like watch these videos where like this guy he would basically be like I guess he like reads body languages in relationships and stuff, and he takes like pictures of like either like celebrities or couples, like couple celebrities or whatever,
Right.
and he'd be able to tell by like who's more invested in the relationship than the other, based off of like this line test he calls it like, and you can tell like if like a person's head is pointed to the other one or if they're leaned in like shit like that like it's crazy. I'm like
It's
wow,
deep, right? It's
yeah,
deep.
like it's crazy.
Wow. That is crazy.
Hey, body language tells you it tells you everything. Eye contact, all of that, it goes hand in hand. All of it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, I
Let's
agree.
All right, Venus says, I think she meant, can you block a potential soul tie by being bitter from your past? 100%. Yes, you can. You can block. See, that's the thing, right? We put out what we get back what we put out. And a lot of times if you're shutting off your emotions, you're shutting off, then you're blocking yourself from potentially receiving that love that you want to come in. How can you accept or receive the actual love you want? By blocking yourself from it, by shutting yourself off. If you can't lead with love, you don't exude that, then how can it come back to you? How can you attract it? So yeah, you definitely can block something better potentially coming in, just by shutting off and numbing yourself and being like, I don't. That's why I tell people like don't be afraid to love again. Don't be afraid to love.
Right.
Because by doing that, you're just blocking yourself off from something that could potentially be better. But you had to go through whatever thing that made you afraid of it, to learn and to grow more before you receive that actual thing that you deserve. Um, but yeah, it's just like if we never went through what we perceive as bad, like if we never went through bad times or hard times, how could we appreciate when we get good times?
Exactly. Do you feel like people need to have a certain amount of alone time in between their relationships?
Yeah, 100%. I think because if if you jumping, like if somebody jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, like how are you actually healing from these relationships? Because that's
Right.
a lot of you. Like I said, these are soul ties you're creating. So you're creating all of this. All this energy you're giving away. You're pouring yourself into all of these different peoples. That shit is draining for one, and it takes you farther from yourself. And you're removing yourself farther from yourself. You're not really giving yourself time to just be with yourself, learn
Right.
about yourself, love yourself. You're not that. That's not self love. That's not self love. That is you
Yeah.
chasing something to make you think you're in love or you have love. No, it's not love.
Yes, this is true.
Self
This
love.
is true. People don't want to be alone. It's so crazy.
Yeah, people do are afraid of being alone, and it's okay. It's just it can be unhealthy for you. And I think that they think being alone is just like I said, it can go back to having abandonment issues or attachment issues. Like all of these things play a part in why certain people or why
Yeah.
feel like I don't want to be alone.
Yeah. That's
There's a
so true. That's
trauma
so true.
around that,
Yes. Yeah. That's so true.
and how can you
Someone says I waited 6 months. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
and
Whatever felt good for you.
I'm
And
saying
how did that work out for you, Peaceful? Was that enough time now that you're looking back? Are you in a healthy relationship or are you in something that is reminding you of your old relationship? And are you repeating a cycle?
somebody
Oh,
says
Peaceful. Sorry, go ahead.
no. What you go ahead.
I was gonna say, Peaceful, you're the one that you got out of your marriage, right? Okay, so I got it. So yeah, we just need to know now, are you in something healthy? Okay, but go ahead, Izzy.
So, Mystic Beauty here says we usually experience our fake twin flame first, so that we can do the
Fake.
shadow. Oh my God, I love that you said that.
Hold it. She said fake, a fake
Fake
twin flame first.
flame. Oh my God, yo,
Okay.
I
I don't know about this, so tell me about this fake twin flame.
it's just this connection where you feel like it. So it's because usually twin flames are mirrored souls, right? But when it comes to a fake twin flame, it is somebody who is mirroring what you give them, what you tell them. So it's like when people be asking, what kind of woman you want, what kind of woman you look for,
Uh,
and
uh,
had
now, how about you just be you? Okay, let's see if I like you.
facts.
How about that?
Talked about this, remember? So it's like if I tell you, I give you the sauce, right? I tell you what I look for in a woman, and then you become that, so that I think you're the one, right? And then
Right.
somewhere down the line you change, and it's like, wait, what the fuck? What happened? Why did this person just change and flip the script on you? Because they were just
Mm,
mirroring what you wanted from them, so that they can get you, they can get in your energy, so they can take whatever you're giving, whatever you're pouring into them, and then that, because that shit only gonna last for so long. And that's why I say, like,
mm,
that's why I say I can give you the sauce, because I know that you're not. It's not gonna be. Look, I know,
right.
but yeah, fake twin flame is just that person that mirrors what you gave them. They go off of the checklist, like, okay, I got to do this, I got to do this. All right, and become that, so that they can make you think. But it's necessary. Like I said, you have to go through that fake twin flame so that you can do some shadow work, so you can do some growth, and some learning and some understanding. Everything is beneficial because we learn from it. So yeah, I like that you said fake.
Mm,
Thank you for that, Mystic Beauty.
wow.
That's crazy, but yeah,
Them fake ones, boy. You gotta
hey,
watch out. They come all the damn time. Shit. All the time, right?
right,
I'm
right,
sure you know. They're just everywhere. Trying
yeah,
to get in, trying to fit in, trying to just be.
right,
People
right.
are crazy.
They send the reps every.
When and it's so crazy because we even see it on social media and stuff. Instead of people just being themselves,
Mhm.
being exactly what the world needs,
Yeah,
right? Which is you, which is why you were made this way. We are so cauut up in trying to be with the Jones or live up to the Joneses or whatever that saying is. You know what I'm saying? But
most
instead of just genuinely accepting who we are, that falls back into self love. When we love ourselves, we won't be doing that shit.
won't be doing, won't need
You
to.
know,
Yeah,
it's like take me as I am or don't take me at
and,
all.
right. And that's why self love
Yeah.
important, man. That is why shit is so important. It's like when you love yourself, you won't allow yourself to be exposed to certain shit, or you won't allow yourself to be taken advantage of, or to be played in those ways, because you know, like, hey, look,
Right,
you know, I don't need this.
right,
You know,
right. Exactly.
it's crazy.
Exactly.
It is so real though. It's so real. And like I said, a lot of this stuff sound like it's cheesy, sound like it's just like we sound like broken record, but it is real. It is what it is, man. And it's like I said, I don't know how else it can be said, but it is what it is. Like that's just what it is. Self love, doing the shadow work, doing the self work, and you'll see, how that benefits you in your interactions with other people. Let's see.
Yes, absolutely.
So okay, let me ask
Yeah.
this. Ashley says, so what happens if you're used to being alone and it's been a long time? How do we know when it's the right time? Um, your discernment is gonna play a part in that. You have to discern when you're ready, and it is really just whenever you feel like you're ready for it. Um, it's like I said, there's no, like Nikki said earlier. It's like there's different methods for everybody. There's different. It's there's no one size fits all with this shit, right? It's like it's no one size fits all.
No,
I can't tell you when the right time is, because the right time for me may not have been the right time for you, and vice versa. So when it comes to that, it's going to be about what feels right to you. This is all going to be about how what your intuition tells you. You're gonna have to discern that for yourself when the right time is. A lot of times we do get used to being alone, and somebody asked me the other day, it's like, what if I've been alone and I've been doing the self work so much, and I've fallen in love with you know being in my peace and not wanting to open up to somebody and have another relationship. Like, what if I don't want a relationship because now I'm so comfortable with being alone and being in my peace? That's okay. That's okay. It's
that is absolutely fine. Enjoy that time.
enjoy that. Enjoy that shit until you feel like you've come across somebody worthy enough to bring you out of that state of okay, or okay, all right, I'm about to remove myself from being alone and now allowing somebody to come into my energy. Like, until you feel that, then keep doing you, keep being by yourself, keep working on yourself. Because like I said,
Yeah,
journey. So yeah, keep working on yourself. It's okay. Um, but yeah, there's no.
yeah. I love that.
That was a good question. I liked that.
Yeah.
You find the right person, you don't mind sharing your time. 100%. Who said that? Angel, right? Angel, what's up? So yeah, when you find the right person, you definitely do not mind making time and sharing that time, and allowing them into your energy. If it's the right person, you definitely don't mind that. It's the journey to alignment of both energies. 100%. Okay, so they throwing some good little questions over there. I like this, but
Yeah.
they doing that. All right, let me scroll to the bottom real quick.
Someone said, I let my twin flame go and found my soulmate. Sparkle says, I stopped looking when I found my hubby.
Yep. Wait, she stopped looking when she found him, or she stopped looking and then found him?
I'm not sure. I read it how it came over. That was Sparkle. Sparkle clarified. And then Enjoying Life Joy says, my husband and I have been here together 23 lifetimes.
Shit. Wait.
Girl,
23 lifetimes? Whoa.
how do you know that? Oh
I
my
was just,
goodness, 23?
damn, how you know that? I need to figure that out. How does she know that?
I need to talk to whoever you talking to.
Sophie
For
said,
real.
is there something stronger than a soul tie? Like I said, soul tie is the umbrella term. Soul tie is the umbrella term, and everything under it, like soulmate, twin flame, karmic relationships. I mean, the soul is I guess I could say no. Like, I mean, not necessarily no. I mean, it just is what it is. A soul tie just is what it is. It just is. As far as there being something stronger than that, that would be to say, is there something stronger than our souls, or something like that, or something beyond our soul? And in that case, it wouldn't even be that's completely out of the physical entirely. So, um, being that our souls are just in these avatars to experience this 3D world, this physical realm. Not necessarily, no, it wouldn't be anything outside of that when it comes to the 3D realm.
Mhm.
I feel like the loss
Okay.
of a karmic partner hurts the most. Um,
Mm.
I feel like when it comes to the loss of any kind of any relationship that you've invested in, that you truly wanted to work out and it didn't work out, yeah, it's definitely going to hurt. You know, you've put so much time and so much energy and effort into a person, only to find out that it didn't work out. But what we have to understand, like I said, it's just a part of our growth. Why is my lights doing that? It's oh, okay, all right. Am I good? Am I still there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I thought I left the app for a minute. Grief. Somebody said grief is painful. Nikki, so we this little hour. I ain't gonna lie, the hour kind of went by quick. So
It's an hour? Yes, it is.
the hour
Sheesh.
already. Yes. Um. So did you have anything else? Like any other questions? Anything? Any other comments? Anything you want to say about it? About the topic today?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I just wasn't sure if you was talking to anyone over there. No, we went through everything.
Yeah. And I thought all my
You
questions.
went through everything. Yes, I asked my questions in the beginning. Someone says after. Oh, she says after 23 lifetime, the 23 lifetime was confirmed by multiple different people at different times. Okay, and then Sparkle says I stopped looking and then I found my husband.
There we go.
Okay,
Okay. Because I
and
was like,
then Chinky, yeah.
no, go
And
ahead.
then Chinky says, after 23 years, I'm afraid of everything. I'm literally numb because heartbreak feels like death. Mm,
That's a strong right there.
that
Um.
is strong.
So you're literally afraid of everything, because heartbreak feels like death. So is it that's the thing, right? Is and that's what you're doing it's a trauma response. It's a coping mechanism, it's a defense mechanism. By you saying I'm afraid to do anything, I don't want to move anymore because it hurts too much. um yeah, it's a trauma response, and what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to take your time, which is necessary. You're gonna take your time, do the work that you need to do the self-healing that you need to do, give yourself that love. um but don't be afraid to love again. Don't be afraid to get out there and try it again. Um, because you know how can, like I said, how can you expect that real thing, that real love to come back to you, or that real thing to find you, if you're blocking yourself from it? A lot of times we block ourselves from things because we're holding on to shit that happened to us in the past. We're holding on to connections of the past, and instead of allowing ourselves to evolve and grow and move forward, which means leaving some things in the past, which means leaving some people behind. It's necessary. Like I said, we're all here on a specific journey, and our journey is to mainly focus on us and our self healing, our love. Um, so yeah, don't block yourself. That's all you're gonna do by doing that is blocking yourself. It's okay that you're afraid. It's okay that it hurts. But just understand, um, as long as you taking the time that you need, there's no rush on it. There's no like time frame that you have to have it done. It's okay. Give yourself the time, but allow yourself to heal. Make the decision to say, I'm going to heal myself. I'm gonna work on myself, and then when the time comes, hey, you'll find that one. Um, I also wanted to say something about I'm not sure what her name was, but she said she stopped looking and then she found a husband. That's how it be. A lot of times
Yeah,
the crazy thing about love is like the harder you look for it, the more you repel it. That's the crazy. It's so crazy.
that's why people be getting with people. They be like, okay, so they're single, right?
Uh huh.
And they was pressed on somebody, and
Hmm.
then all of a sudden they get in a relationship, and now the person they were pressed on is trying to come into their life, and you like, damn, I was just single. Where, like, why? Where were you then? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, but your focus was off of them now. You released that kink in that water hose. Y'all
Hmm.
know the analogy I be giving when
Yeah.
you're trying to manifest something and you are too focused on what it is that you desire. You have to release it. Trust that it's going to come into your world,
That
what's meant for you, and then you will not have a kink in that water hose. You
is
causing a kink by focusing on it too much,
too
wanting
much.
it to happen too
Yes.
much.
Yes. It's like overwatering a plant because you want that bit to grow. It's like you can't overwater. You're doing too much. Allow it to just sprinkle
You're
your water.
doing too much.
Let it do its thing. It's gonna get right.
Yes, yes, yes. You plant that seed and just wait.
Just wait.
Patiently.
Be patient.
Patiently.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Izzy, thank you so much for this live.
Nigga, we always do some dope live. Oh, I love doing these lives with you. It's always a dope live. It's always a
I
successful
know.
live. Yeah.
Yes.
The
Well,
vibe.
there will be plenty more, I'm sure.
I
I'm
already
sure.
I already know what the topic for our next one is, and I'm gonna run it by you. So yeah.
Ooh, I'm excited.
For sure. All right, man.
I'm
So look,
excited.
anybody else? Let's see what the comments and anybody else got any other questions, any other
Thanks a lot.
perspective want to share? Like anybody from both of our lives. Do not force anything.
Okay, someone says it's hard because I'm healing 7 children alone, so trying to heal myself. That's
Damn,
deep.
it's deep.
That's deep. I always say walk your children through your healing.
Mm,
Let them see you. This is how we break generational curses. We
okay.
don't go into seclusion in the closet and cry ourselves to sleep or whatever, do our healing alone. When we have children that have experienced traumatic experiences with us, whether it be the yelling and the cursing and the fighting amongst each other,
Mm,
whether it be abuse or whatever, they have seen it. If they have seen it, believe me, it's traumatic for them too. So we need to walk them through the healing with us. We need them to see us working on ourselves. We need them to see us letting it out and releasing the tension and the stress. We need them to see us pouring into ourselves. So yes, you have 7 children. If I always know the people that are here to break them generational curses, baby, because
right.
they got children involved and they're not repeating the shit that their parents did. Instead, they are standing there they're stuck in between trying to help heal their shit with their parents and trying to help heal the shit with their kids. They don't want to keep repeating stuff. So those are the people that are here to do the work, baby. So
Damn.
you are strong enough to do the work. Yes, it is hard, my dear, but you have a calling and you would not be enduring this stuff, building up your strength if you were not able to fulfill fulfill your destiny. So you have to be able to build up this stamina so that you can endure the shit that you got to go through in order to stop these generational curses. So again, welcome the motherfucking healing. Welcome the issues that you got to go through and work through because this is where you find your greatness. Okay?
Damn.
This is where you find your greatness. All
Damn.
right, y'all?
That was powerful.
I'm
Yeah.
that way with money. A lot of negative emotions around money. Yeah, someone says. Yeah, a lot of people got negative emotions around money, for sure.
Case block.
Sparkle says, finding a mentor. Girl, you
I
ain't
was
been in my live yet,
I was
honey.
saying right there.
You have not been in my live yet.
You talking to Spark?
I'm your girl. You better go to the link in my bio. Okay.
Oh,
What
damn.
what's your people in your comments saying?
Let's see. Let's see. Definitely took strength. Tay says definitely took strength to choose you and walk away. 100%. I feel you on that. They were saying like a lot of people like facts because what you were saying just now was crazy. I didn't even like when she said 7K. I'm like, okay, how do I even answer that? But you just took the like, whoa, walk your children through. I didn't like, wow, like, that gave me a new picture. Like, damn, walk your children through it. Damn, that was a
Yeah.
perfect way to
I
explain
mean,
it.
I'm walking my children through what I don't want to bring along with me from, my upbringing. I had great parents, but there's some things that I choose to do differently.
Yeah,
And so I have to, through my flaws, through my faults that I have made with my children, I have to actually walk them through this, let them know what I have experienced, why I'm like this, and what I'm trying to change. Because kids are smart and
yeah,
they will forgive you and they will understand if you just, again, take them along in the journey. Don't leave them out of it. A lot of times we were taught, just the kids are supposed to be there, not ask any questions, not none of that,
yep.
right? Our parents didn't really talk to us like they needed to talk to us,
That is true.
right? So it's very important, especially when we just don't want things to be regurgitated,
Damn.
in our lives, right?
Okay. Because you're not only are you healing yourself, but you're also Because by walking them through it, you're showing them how to do it themselves when they go through these.
Absolutely.
You're not just telling them some shit, but you're leading by example, and that's what
Exactly.
kids pay attention to. Your actions more than they pay attention to your words. That's so crazy. But
Exactly.
don't do as I do, do as I say, and it's like, but if you doing it, how can you expect me to? Oh man, that's crazy, yo.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah.
like
Absolutely. She says, I'm trying. There used to be us. They're used to us being together. So now dad is gone and it's just me. You will be okay. Yes, you will, girl. You're not the only single parent that has had to take over and do what they had to do. As long as they know that none of this is their fault,
mm-hmm.
you can't make daddy play a part. You can't play his role or anything like that. All you can do is your part. Love them as best as you can. Keep the lines of communication open. Let them express their feelings, their hurt. Um, and they will have to deal with dad on their own terms. You know what I mean? But they'll be fine. They're strong. They're your kids, okay? They're your kids. They're your babies.
This was see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm mom and dad with my kids. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm mom and dad with my kids, and they're happier than ever. I understand you because you're doing your thing, and more power to you. I can't do nothing but see you love and light. I gotta go, man. Oh man, hey, I don't know if I can follow that with anything. I don't have anything to say after that. Nikki really just, yeah, she put the cherry on top.
Whatever.
Like,
You're a mess. Express it's not their fault. They will need to hear that. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yes, y'all. Does anybody have any questions? Because we talked about the soul ties and Izzy don't have any more information for us. He's got to go. So if y'all have any questions,
I don't
let
think
us
any,
know. Izzy,
yeah, like anybody has any questions about it.
yeah, I think that we are good. So yes. So I'm gonna let you roll then if you want to roll. I'll probably stay on live and chop it up with my peoples. Oh, someone said, what's the topic? You just got in here. Soul ties.
Hey,
We were talking about soul ties.
I love those people
Goodness,
at the end of live. So what
I
we talking?
know. Yep, he said, yep. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. I had got on here a little earlier, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. So if nobody has any more questions, no more comments or concerns, then yet another successful live. And there will definitely be more.
Yes, there will.
All right. I
Izzy, I hope that
thank.
you have an amazing weekend.
I hope you have an amazing, even better weekend. I really appreciate you for doing this with me. This has definitely become a thing for us now.
Yes, I appreciate you too. I really, really do. I admire you. You're young and you are out here teaching people of all ages. So you inspire me. I wasn't doing this at your
Like,
age. I was just learning, taking in whatever I could take in and going through my toxic shit, trying to learn.
all right.
So for you to be up here doing this, kudos to you.
And thank you. Look, I look at it like, everybody here, you included, are just a part of my journey, a part of my growth. So you inspire me. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay.
Mhm. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you, Izzy. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and we will we'll discuss doing another live.
All right. Yeah, I got you. All right, then, love. I
Mhm.
appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Say bye to Izzy.
All right, y'all.
Ah, how we get you off of here? You know how to disconnect.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, y'all. So we was talking about. I have to get back to work, but I love what you do. I will be back. Okay, Sparkle. Okay, because I was about to get in with you and talk it out. Hey, 777. Are you free to get up here? Are you free to go live? Let me know. 777. Can you get up here and go live with me? Let's talk. Let's vibe it out. Um. Hey, Somali Cooking, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yes, pressed by Alicia. It was right on time, huh? Okay. Okay. All right, so we're bringing my brother 777 up on here. He is in the UK. Let me see. An invite sent. Yeah, I've been on for a little bit, Laura. I got on about an hour ago. Okay. I got on about an hour ago. Okay. I appreciate it, Kim. Hey, 777.
How are you?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good, you know. I'm not too bad, you know. I'm good.
Happy
Don't know if you
Friday.
can see me. Big up yourself, man.
Yes. How do
How
we
you
make you
doing? You got?
bigger? How do we make you bigger? Hey, Patrick.
I don't know. Maybe should I go on live and then come on with you from there?
Yeah, do that. Do that so we can see
All
you.
right,
Okay.
I'll do that now.
Hey, Patrick. How you doing, honey? How y'all doing? How's my winner's circle doing? Right? How's my people doing? Are y'all having a good Friday? Are y'all looking forward to the weekend? I know I am. I know I am. Good and blessed. That's what I like to hear, Patrick, okay? We blessed over here. We blessed. Okay? I'm trying to breathe through some anxiety. Okay, Laura, tell me what's going on. What's popping? What's happening? Okay, we're just waiting for 777 to join. And look, we have 77 people in here. Ain't that something? 777 to join. So it's something with the sevens today. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Going through a separation and trying to find. Oh, yes. Laura. I know how that feels, you know. But Laura, I'm encouraging you to use this as a time, right? To do some digging. You got to do some digging, baby. Is this person the person that you feel you are meant to be with? You will know the answer to that. Okay? You will know the answer to that. Nobody's going to have to convince you. Nobody's going to have to persuade you. You will know deep down if this is the person that's meant for you or if you are just sad because you're separating. Okay? Because if this is not the person, if your answer is no, then you know that it is a blessing because closer to the one that you deserve. What's happened? 777. No cap, no lies. How you doing? Oh
How
my
are
gosh,
you?
I am not doing no match. You would be my first match. How do we even do that? You got to
Just
tell me
accept
about
it.
that. I'm trying to
Accept
figure
it.
out my next steps in my career laid off. Okay, got you. Okay, what does it do? No, tell me about it first. I'm gonna spank you.
Listen, basically,
Yes.
you accept it. It's just simple. People will send you gifts. They'll send me gifts. You know, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I was
And
like
what are
you.
we supposed to do? I hear people doing, I see people doing all types of things.
Well, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really know what these gifts do, but it got me on the rising star. So I'm currently number 40. But
No,
you can,
so what are we supposed to do on our end?
you don't have to do nothing. You just sit there. We have our conversation. It's down to them whether they want to send you something or not. And then I believe you can trans. I don't use the gifts that they send me. What I do is I convert it back into gifts and then I send it to other people. Like, you know, less
Yeah,
fortunate people
we be
or
doing that.
people that are on the app up and coming. That's what I do, innit? But you can also use it as a money. So maybe you might have a business or a charity. You can use it to fund that or do something positive. It's up to you. You know, but that's what it does.
Okay. No,
But it
because I
allows
saw
people
you
to,
on yesterday.
it allows your
My
fans
people be
and people
showing
to
out. They
interact
do
with
be sending gifts. I'm so grateful. But
you. Mm.
yeah, if you want to, we can do it. But I did want to talk to the people that may have questions and figure out
Yeah.
how we can help them because you are very big on manifestation and I
Mm.
hear you inspiring people on your channel. So I want for you to inspire the people here on mine. Thank you so much,
Ah,
guys. Love you so
big up
much.
yourself,
Love you
man.
so much.
You got a girl about you, man. But know what it is, yeah? I just see this. Look, the universe is bigger than both you and I. It's bigger than us,
Yeah.
and there's so much going on. You might want to go and make a positive step or have a positive impact, and you'll find that something that is close to your heart might drag you away from it. You know, but you like just now. I've just had a phone call from one of my little brothers, and the phone call that I've had from him is kind of it's rattled something in me that like. I can't pay attention to it. You understand?
Right.
I can't pay
Yeah.
attention to it. And you can't let people's vibration or their interpretation of a situation affect you. You got to go with your truths, your reality. Do you understand? And the truth is this: regardless of what happens in this life, everybody's big people. He's a big man. If you don't want to be subjected to negativity, then you take yourself out of that situation. You allow yourself to be in the situation because you're still at home living with your mum first of all, and you're
Mhm.
28 years of age. Understand? Yeah? You still allow yourself
Yeah.
to be amongst these people. Understand? You have no regard for anybody. Because if you had any regard for anybody, myself included, you would know that I've come so far away from that kind of energy. You wouldn't even try and share it to me or make me be subjected to it by your own conduct, your own thought process. You understand? Sort your life out.
Yeah.
So what if somebody's moving left? If they're moving left, you make the right decision and you go right.
Yeah.
That's what happens. You don't linger around
Yeah.
the left and say, "Oh, but they're moving left." Well, you're lingering around it. Sort your life out.
Right.
Because
Right.
if me, I collapse things out. If I see you coming at me a certain way, I'll collapse it out. If I'm in my right, I'm done in it out. I ain't got no time. I'm either gonna take myself away or I'm hitting it on head, like bam. I'm going straight at it.
Yeah.
So you know what I do? Because I know
Yeah.
the angle that I come at it, the only detriment will be to myself. So you know what I do? I stay away from it. I go
Yeah.
on TikTok and I'll have a conversation with you instead of going on the phone
Yeah.
to him talking the same thing. 4 or 5 years ago, you got shot. My brother got shot at. Yeah, somebody tried to shoot my brother. This guy is still living in the same area, same estate. He ain't bettered his life. He's not made no conscience. He's doing the same thing, same cycle. Who
Mm.
am I? I'm not your daddy. I can't hold your hand. I'm a big man. I've
Right.
gone through my thing already. I've given you
Right.
the most money, the most love, the most respect. Sort your lives out now. I'm nobody. I cannot help nobody. I can't. The most I can do is give you my truths. I can allow you I can elaborate on my truths, my experiences. It's now for you to try and take substance from it. I can't lead you to water. I can't make you drink it. I could only direct you and say, look, I think it's over there, mate. I think this is that's it. You look at myself, anyone that knows me, you look at my path and you think, boy, if he can, I definitely can. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't got time for it, man. I want light. I want light speakers, light livers, light people with light in their heart. You know, like how you got your
Mhm.
glow. You know, I want people like that. I don't want negative people. Oh, this one's moving bookie. That one's moving bookie. So what are you doing about it? Because you can't stop
Right.
someone from moving bookie, but you can stop yourself from being subjected to it. So do something. Get up and do something, bruv. Understand? Well, otherwise, don't talk. I don't want to hear it. Today, I had a lady come on my live. She came on my live on my other TikTok. I got 2 accounts. I had 3, but one got shut down. The lady
Mm.
said to me, "Oh, I'm very depressed." I said to her, "What are you depressed about?" She said, "Oh, I'm moving house. I'm going into a new house." I said, "How can you feel depressed that you're moving into a new house? It's the
Mm.
end of an old era and it's the start of a new one. How could you be depressed? Make it make sense."
Right.
She's gone, "Oh, it's not the fact I'm moving on my own." Okay. You wake up on your own, you go sleep on your own. When you put the food in your mouth, you chew it on your own. When you go toilet on your own. And what's so depressing about being on your own? Ah, you don't understand.
Fun.
She said, I don't understand. It's what she's gone through to why she's moving. So I
Right.
said to her, okay, what is it? Like, what is it to what you've gone through? What don't I understand? She's then said to me, she said, "Oh, I was in she said that she was in the mess domestics
Domestic
uh,
abuse.
domestic abuse." So I said to her,
Mhm.
"Well, how could you be depressed? You've made it out of the domestic relationship. You're about to
Right.
move into a new house. you're on your own, you should be over the moon. She's gone,
Right.
yeah, but you don't understand. The police got involved and it was all horrible. But you're out of it now. She said, yeah, but the police got involved. So I said, okay, where's the man now? Is he arrested? Did justice get done? She turned around to me. Please tell me if this wouldn't rattle you as a man, right? She turned around to me and said, oh, I didn't tell the police his name because I'm not an informer. I just lost the plot. I was like, excuse me? So you think it's all right to come on my TikTok channel, have a conversation with me about domestic abuse and that you're going through this and do that. And you're telling me you didn't validate what you went through by going to the people with the you didn't give them the source of what you went through to be able to stop
Right.
another being as well as yourself from going through that subjection again. And you're on TikTok wanting me to feel sympathy for you because you're moving into a new house and you say you went through that. As I'm concerned, you're the abuser. You're abusing the system. You're abusing everything about it, the universal laws and principles. Because tell me, how is somebody going through what you're going through and you ain't got it in you to tell the police the name of the person that put you through it? That means you didn't go through nothing in the first place. Why would you go to the police and tell them you're going through something but refuse to give them the name of the person? Now, if someone's put you through something and you're fearful of that and you want that to stop, you don't just go to them and say, right, I need to be moved. I went through this. I can't give you the name because I'm scared. Huh? No, that's abusing. You're abusing the system. You're abusing people that's gone through it. And people like that.
Is she fearful that they won't do anything and then she'll be faced with
No,
the
listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. My sister, there is reality in this life,
yeah.
right? And the reality says this. I tell you what the reality says. The reality says when you are fearful of a situation impacting you to a certain degree, you then take yourself away from it. You do everything in your power. You don't stay there and say, oh, I'm scared though. I'm scared. I'm scared. No, no. I don't
Right.
know who made up that ideology. There's no reason for you to go. Why would a woman go to the police and say, I need to move house? Right? All right, let me ask you a question. Imagine you had a stalker. Someone was stalking you, leaving notes on your window, harassing you, your phone, everything. But you knew exactly who this person was, right? You could validate what you're saying because it's of truth and substance. You say you're fearful that they're going to continue to do it, but you do nothing in your power to stop it from happening. Please tell me how does that work? Please explain to me. I would like to know.
Yeah, I
As a woman,
mean,
please.
I don't yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've never had that experience, but I know that I've been in a situation where it has gotten physical. And I know me, I'm feisty. See, I fight back. So I know that I wouldn't allow this to happen I would only allow this to happen for so long, before I got someone else involved. That is me, though. I don't know, how deep it gets for other people, because sometimes, I mean, they could have experienced this growing up, right? And it's ingrained in them that this is normal or that this is to be expected. And what if it is just a cycle that they are regurgitating because they accept it as some type of love? I don't think people
You
sit
know
there
what?
and do this because they want to. I believe that sometimes people are actually paralyzed with fear.
No,
Um,
no, I disagree. I'm going to disagree with you because
it's
then what
okay.
you're saying
It's
is
okay to disagree.
what you're saying then is that we are mere subjects of what we've been subjected of, yeah, or subjected to, and this is wrong. That means if someone's been child
I
abused,
don't agree
wait,
with it.
hold
I
on,
don't think we
wait,
should be.
hear
Yeah,
me, hear me,
sure,
hear me.
sure.
The moment you give life to that thought process and say that, oh, some people are like this and like this is just how it is. No, we need to cancel that out. first and foremost. We need to get rid of that thought process, that ideology. We need to speak out against it. We need to stop it and quash it out in society. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when somebody gets abused as a child, right? Listen, when somebody gets abused as a child and they go on to abuse their children or abuse other children, does that justify it? Does that give it common ground and common sense? No, it doesn't. Because every human being, man, woman, child, we all know what is right and wrong consciously within our conscience. We know what makes sense. So I can't say, all right, listen, I came from a household of 12 brothers and sisters, right? Now, my mom and dad were married. I witnessed my mom and dad have fights, arguments, and certain things take place in the household. Okay? I witnessed that. Does that mean now that I grow up, go throughout my whole life and think it's okay? Because there's land, there's laws of the land. And there's moral, there's principle. Family is what you're born into when you're young. And then as you pass a certain age, it's now what you create for yourself. Moral and principle is something that you build up over the years. It's not what, oh, well, my mom told me this is what it was. My dad told me that's what it was. And I think that's okay. No, them times are over with. We over with that. The laws of the land keep changing. They keep changing. You understand? They keep molding. Society molds with it. We mold with society and our subjections. So when we say, oh, well, I went through that as a young boy and that's why I'm very angry and aggressive. No, you're angry and aggressive because you're an adult who chooses not to submit to their own reality and the reality that they can change things with their power, their words, their deeds, their actions, their thought process, and that you have it in you to make a change. You're too lazy. People are too lazy.
Absolutely.
They make up excuses and it's wrong. It's wrong.
Right.
No woman can tell me, oh, well, I'm scared, so I'm not going to tell you what's what. Let me tell you something. I'm scared of dying on the street, a lonely man with a bullet in my head, because I'm scared that the guy that I'm with, who's rolling beside me, is going to rob me for money or snake me or sleep with my wife. So you know what I do? I take myself away from that guy. I take myself away from those situations. I change and impact my own thought process so that I can make better choices, better decisions, regardless of the negative subjections that I come from. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. And as soon as every human being understands that.
I completely agree with you. I tell people all the time, at some point you have to take responsibility. You cannot play victim forever. You know what I mean? At some point you have to take responsibility over your life. But I'm just telling you what is happening. People do get fearful. That's not something that maybe I would do, but we see it out here happening. We see that people are being stuck in these relationships that they know they need to get their asses up out of. We see that people are stuck in jobs that they don't need to be stuck in. You understand? We see people just staying stagnant because they're too lazy. They don't have the courage or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But again, we have to at some point take responsibility of our own lives, period. Because you're right. I mean, who wants to be doing this shit all their damn lives? I know I don't want to be repeating the same cycles for sure.
You know what, yeah? I'm going to tell you this. When you want better, if you truly want better.
Exactly.
If you truly want better. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the key. That's the key right there.
If you truly want better, then you're going to go through hell on earth to receive that better. And you're going to know that you're going to have to go through hell on earth. Let me tell you something, right? For those that are tuned in, I'm going to tell you, you won't know this, but I tell you this now. People used to call me Yogi. This name is a name that when you go to where I come from and you mention that name, I tell you straight, a lot of people, big men, grown-ass men, bigger than me, they will be like, what, huh? I'm on TikTok running jokes. Yeah, Yogi? I'm on TikTok. Okay. Yeah, I'm on TikTok running joke. I got my hair in a bun. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm trying to break that. I'm trying to make people not be fearful, and to my own detriment. Why? Because I really want different. You understand? I don't mind dying upon what decisions I'm making right now. I don't mind someone
Right.
saying, you know what? You know what I mean? Like, and that's what it is. Every man, woman, and every man of substance and every woman of substance, yeah, in this world, the greatest of us went through the hardest of hardships. They suffered the most. You name one great king, one great
Exactly.
queen, one great being that didn't suffer. Yeah, because the people that gave us even the people that God chose to be testimonies unto us, did God not give them the hardest of hardships for us to then relate to the fact that we can overcome things in our life? Did we not read books and study or see people's life change and transform from nothing to substance, and be like, wow? Nelson
Yeah.
Mandela. Nelson Mandela, he didn't walk around with diamond chains and gold around his neck. No, he didn't. He didn't. He went in prison for many years for other
Right.
people's freedom, for his belief. God made
Mm.
him that.
Yeah.
You spend one day with, if we ever spent one day with that man, just reasoning with him, imagine the things that we would have learned. Imagine the things that he would have taught, the substance you would have gained. You understand?
Yeah.
A lot of the older generations, they're gone. They're not here. They're not here for a reason, because they hold substance. They can they can validate what makes sense. They can validate it without you going to Google or TikTok or wherever. You can go to granny or granddad and say, you know, when you was young or growing up, and they will tell you, listen, did you know this? Did you know? And that's somebody direct. Understand? Even this COVID situation, what has it done? It's wiped out generations, wiped them out, gone,
I
never to
know.
be seen again. And nobody's battering an eyelid. Nobody's doing nothing. Nobody's even seeing what's going on. So when I see a woman of 38 years of age coming into my box telling me she's been subjected to this and that, I want to know, what have you done? Okay, did you go to the police? Did you? No, I didn't do none of that. Why are you on my box even talking about it? Get out of here. You're the whole that woman was the whole reason why some women, you understand, when they do go through what they're
So what are
going
you
through,
doing on my box?
what you do it, get out of here. I'm not a social worker. I'm not a imam. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a priest. I'm not a financial. I can't do nothing for you. What can I do for you? The police, the Metropolitan Police, the police services, the government that be. You are in England. England is the country with the most liberty. We have more liberty than America. Do you believe me? We have more liberty in England than America, than any nation in the world. England has the
I
most
believe
liberty.
that.
Let me tell you something, my sister. Even if I spoke to you in a way and I text your phone, do you know I could go prison for texting your phone? In England, if I text you a message and I said, listen to me, you rah rah rah, I go prison for 6 months minimum just for that text message. Yes.
What?
So exactly. So you tell me how a woman who says she's been physically, mentally, morally, and emotionally abused by a grown-ass man gets to get a brand new house, gets to make crime reports, but no substance to it. Nobody gets arrested. No, it's all hearsay. I'm not with that. Because guess what? If my son or daughter comes to me and they say, Daddy, my school teacher did this. What? I cancel that out there and then. Because if that school teacher goes and does the same to somebody else, I'm responsible. I'm just as responsible because I knew about it and I said nothing. That is called joint enterprise. Do you understand? If you know that there's a man out here going from house to house, pillar to pillar, abusing kids, abusing women, and you knew about that and you said nothing of it, you are held responsible. You should be held responsible. In the eyes of God, you are responsible for it. You are just as responsible. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
And in my eyes, you are just as responsible. So don't tell me. That's why no murderer, no man, no baggy teeth, none of these people, you can't stand near me. If you think it's okay to take crack cocaine and do all these things, then you can't be amongst me or my circle, because I don't believe in it. I'm not of it. If you're not of it, you don't justify it. You don't hold things in your mind and know and have knowledge of things and not fight against it. And if you're not going to fight against it, then the most you should do is stay away from it. Stay away from it and talk of it and let it know that you're not of it. I don't understand these people that are in this world. It's crazy. And then when all's said and done, guess what they do? When people die and they go to their grave, they go, oh yeah, I knew he did this to me. What? Well, then you should go jail just as much. If you knew, if a man is out here if a man, woman, or child is out here committing atrocities and you have awareness of it, and you do not put that to a stop, then you deserve the same punishment as that person. If that person is able to continue their atrocities and do that onto many other people, you deserve the same punishment. That is my belief. I'm telling you that now. And I'm not going to change that stance for no one.
Yeah, that makes sense. It does make sense. We have a lot of people over here that agree with you.
I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now.
A lot of them that definitely agree with you.
I'm telling you, because listen to me now. Let me tell you something now. You know, you can't imagine somebody and I hope people understand. I come with love, I come with peace, and I come with truth. And I apologize if I've upset anybody with my peace, my truth, and my love. The truth is that the truth will always cut deep, because the truth, once you accept it, you have to start making changes, and that's the hardest. You know, the truth is hard to accept, but to try and make changes so that you can be the truth, that's the hardest challenge in this world sometimes. And what I want you lot to understand is this. Let me just put in this perspective. Imagine, right? Imagine Miss Confirmation. Yeah, that's what I'm calling you from now. Miss Confirmation. I have to call you that. Sorry, because you gave me confirmation the other day, which I appreciate. So imagine Miss Confirmation. Yeah, imagine this. Imagine you in your heart, you know that I'm out here doing things wrong onto mankind, and you know that I'm gonna set out to bring harm to people and do all these things, and you as a grown-ass woman does not try and put a stop to it by doing the right things and using the powers that be, and then I end up going on to harm more people and more people, and then in the end someone finds out that, oh my God, did you know that Miss Confirmation knew everything that was going on? She didn't tell nobody, she just kept it to herself. Oh my days. Oh my days. Well, then guess what? You know what? Honestly, Miss Confirmation is just as bad, and she should be held accountable. You understand? In a court of law, wherever, in the spiritual realm, wherever. And in the spiritual realm, the justice you don't receive in this life, you better believe you get it in the life after this. And you better believe the creator that be, let me tell you something. You think you can stand in front of the creator and say, oh, well, I never did this, I never did that. He did though. Okay, you knew he did. What did you do about it? You think the creator's going to go, oh, you know what, because you didn't do, because it wasn't actually you, and you just allowed it to continue, you know, like, please go forth to the kingdom, let it be yours. No, that's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. You are held accountable. Yeah, you are held accountable. Yeah, for your words, your actions, and your deeds. You understand? In Islam, we believe that if you see something to be wrong, you stop it with your action first. If you can't stop it with your action, then you stop it with your tongue. If you cannot stop it with your tongue, then you wish it well within your heart and you pray about it. And we believe that that is the weakest of mankind. Yeah? So that means if you see something, for instance, if you see a man or somebody beating up an innocent person, and you don't try and go and say, hey, what you doing? All right, cool. You don't stop it by, hey, jumping in front and trying to protect that person. Cool. If you don't even speak about, hey, what are you doing? Stop that now. And then you just look and act like you know, oh my God. And just walk away and wish it well. You're the weakest of people. And that's what people do in this day and age. What do? They keep their mouth shut. Oh, but he never did it to me, and I need to feed my family. This is demonic. We don't do this. I don't do this. I don't tell my brethren, listen, you know what? Because I've known you for 10 years, go over there and shoot innocent people and go and rob and sell drugs. It's okay because I've known you for, and then go to a next man and go, oh, but that's wrong, man. You shouldn't do that. What? No. Bruv, don't do that. If you're doing that, don't come near me. You can't get in my car. If I'm driving my car, you cannot get in my car if you live a certain lifestyle. And if you, listen, I'm a Muslim. I believe in Ashhadu la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. I believe in one God. If you and me are not on the same balance or even wavelength, if you don't hold good positive energy, if when you speak, you don't have substance and truth behind it, how am I rolling with you? I'm not God. I'm not an angel. I'm not a prophet. I can't change you. I can't change you. And it's not my duty to think I'm going to go around changing and helping every human being. Who am I?
Right.
I got some guy inboxing me now saying, oh, bro, I'm really not on my deen. I need help. Why are you coming to me? Go to the imams. Go to a scholar. I'm just a mere human being that God has given life to be able to speak truth and hopefully help somebody. That's all I'm doing. If somebody looks at me and says, you know what? I really appreciate what he says, then please listen to what I say, but don't think I'm going to come around you. I did it a couple weeks ago to my detriment. I'm not doing it again. I've done it too many times in my life. I'm now 36 years of age. What about me? You think I don't want a family? You think I don't want a wife? Let me give it to, I would rather go to Africa and give it to the orphanage kids. I'd rather go to the land of riches and give it to the poor people. I'd rather pack up all my stuff, sell everything, take every penny, and take me and my TikTok app to a land where I can help people who's going to appreciate it, not people who come from England, America, and all these countries that are built up with so much substance. Cities, what? Buildings. People, you can never go homeless. Wait, hold on. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what there is. You can't go hungry in America or England. And I'll tell you why. Can you get arrested if you go in a food shop and you just start eating food? Think about what I'm saying.
Can you go into a restaurant in America and just start eating food?
Well, forget a restaurant. I'm talking about, see a food shop, a food store, like a Tesco. I don't know if you got Tesco or something called. Like you got a
Grocery
Walmart,
store?
right?
A grocery store?
Yeah. Imagine you went in a Walmart and you picked up a chocolate bar and you just took out the paper and ate it. Done.
Yeah.
Are you going to prison for that?
Yeah, it's stealing. You can definitely go to jail if
All
they
right.
call the cops on you.
Hold on. They can call the cops and what they're going to say, oh, yeah, a chocolate bar. You're going to prison for eating the chocolate bar. You never walked out the store with nothing. You just ate a chocolate bar in the store and you didn't have the money to pay for it. You can't.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't even know.
I'm telling you, you know. I'll tell you this for free. There's no way we're living in a land where I'm telling you this now. There are people who have it good. We have it good. We have it so good. We all got it good. We think we're suffering. We're not suffering. We're suffering.
No.
We're suffering because of the situations we create in our mind, not because of what we're faced with. What are we faced with? Oh, let me get a couple dollars. I can walk into a store and just buy food. There's people that have to travel. In 2023, there's still people traveling miles with a bucket on their head just to get a bit of water. What's going on? But we're over here in this land talking about, oh, I got depressed, I got PTSD, I was in a violent relationship and all of this. And yeah, sort your lives out, man. Sort your lives out, people, man. Yeah, there's real sufferers around. There's real people going through some real battles, real struggles. Yeah, no joke. Yeah, ours ain't even the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, we got all these. I see even in America. Give you my opinion. I see in America everybody's talking about this Black Lives Matters and all of this. Hey, and all this. I'm gonna be honest. I know why you did that face, because you're like, oh, are we gonna go there? I'm gonna tell you this now. I'll tell you it straight. Black people are one of the most confused race in the world. There are millionaires, billionaires, black people, and they are not doing nothing for their race. They do not care for the race. Yeah? Black people, the hoods in America, they're filled with black people. Black people got the best business ideas and they give it away. Black people are wasting away. Black people think it's okay to go and buy a rap CD that talks about shooting people and treating women like
Horrible stuff.
this.
Horrible stuff.
Horrible. Horrible. You lot will support them and walk around with your gold chains, diamond chains. Do you know what type of chains they used to put us in? Do you know why chains? Do you know why we're so addicted to a gold chain? And why? Do you know why? Do they know? Do they have the ideology
Oh,
behind
that
it?
makes sense. That makes sense. That makes
Do you
sense.
know why? Do they understand why black people even fight each other the way they fight? Do you know that? Do you know that in slavery times they used to put two black men in a cage, and the winning black man, to the one who kills the other black man, he gets a woman, he gets shelter, he gets food, he gets water. This is what happened. And now how we living?
Wow.
How we living?
Wow.
How we living?
Wow.
Another black man will step on another black man, so he's got a car, he's got a chain, he's got a woman, he's got. These are the same things. One black man sees another black man progressing. What does he do? He wants to tear him down. Look at this guy, man. He's a bad guy. He's an idiot. He can't do what I can do, though. What? But then everybody wants to say Black Lives Matter. Why don't all you black people study to become police officers? And then make the whole police. There's more black people in this world than there is Caucasian people. Why don't you all go and be police officers? Then guess what? The whole police force will be black people. There's so many of you there with no jobs and qualification. Go and do something with your life. But no, we're gonna, and I love black people. I want you to know I love my black people. I love you lot. I care for you lot. But I'm a realist. I ain't got time for it. I got no time for it. Jamaican people, you're in the dances listening to gunman music, doing the most. You lot are doing the most. You lot promote gunman music, negativity, all of these things. Doing the most. Then when you can't get a passport or you can't do certain things and things don't go your way, you want to say, I reassist them, and them like we, and then sort it out. You got Jamie Oliver. He made millions of pounds off of jerk rice. What is jerk rice? I've never heard of that in my life. A white Caucasian chef came out with something called jerk rice, and he's made millions of it. And there's not one Jamaican man. Jamaica man still got jerk pan trying to come outside events and sell jerk chicken. It don't make sense. It's all backwards. Everything's backwards. Like, I'm sorry, a lot of people ain't gonna understand me. A lot of people's gonna think, he's talking don't know what talking. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm telling you this now. I see it. I've lived it. I've been of it, and I'm telling you this now. Until we start living by truth, forget what color you are. Forget whether you're white, black, Chinese, because a lot of you lot are forgetting. It was a white man that abolished slavery. It wasn't a black man. Black man helped towards it, but it was a white man that stood up and said, "No, give these people what we have." And it was a black man that showed him love and gave him substance that allowed him to stand up for us. A lot of people are forgetting these things. Everyone that's ever stood up for a black man, white, Japanese, whoever you are, they've all been eradicated out of society. They've all, even the black men, even our black kings, our black queens, they get eradicated real fast. Dr. Zebi, look what they did to Dr. Zebi.
Yeah.
Powerful man, powerful, gave us so much substance. We need to start. We really need to change our frames of minds and how we're thinking and eradicate things. We believe that snitching. There's so many people that don't live a negative lifestyle. They're not of it. Snitches. I don't believe in snitching and all of these things. I just believe in reality, bro. I believe in God. I believe in light over darkness, bro. And I believe we all need to tune into that light, bro. It's not a game, man. It's serious what's going on out here, man. It's not a game. We're living in some really serious times right now. really deep times, and which is why people like yourself, yeah, Miss Confirmation, like, you're needed. You're so needed. There's a lot of us scattered all around. You understand? But we need to start uniting and not just talking. We need to be putting actions in. I see a lot of people doing a lot of talking. A lot of talking. It's good to talk, don't get me wrong. But more than anything, we need action. We need people to make sacrifices out here. Yeah? Like the generations that came before us. You understand? And I'm not talking about no spiritual sacrifices. I'm talking about real life sacrifices. You understand? Are you willing to stand? Are you willing to stand in the fire that you create? Are you willing to talk truth? Are you willing to be your substance? Are you willing? Are you willing to lose an arm and a leg to see your brothers and sisters gain another leg and a helping hand? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to lose everything and go through sufferation right now, knowing that this life is going to come to an end to see change for the future? Are you willing to do it? Do you want to do, like, how many people are going to die spiritual deaths? Because I tell you one thing, I guarantee I will die a physical death just like every man, woman, and child, but I will not die a spiritual death. I will not be of it. No way.
Right.
I will not die a spiritual death. My spirit, my soul, it belongs to the one that gave me it. And I will not sell it for nothing. Not no love, money, gold, nothing. I speak truth. It took a long time for me to tune back into the core that gave me life, which is the reality and the substance of purity. And I'm not losing it for no one. I don't care about no tiki-toki. I don't care about none of that. I just care about, you know what, this I'm trying to preserve myself. I'm being honest, man. It's crazy out here. Miss Confirmation, man. And I don't know it all. I don't know it all, Miss Confirmation. You get me? The other day you gave me a boost. I was looking for it. I just needed to hear that confirmation. You gave me the boost. You get me?
The reminder. You know.
And
I
all
gave
I've
you the
been doing,
reminder.
I'm not, yeah, you gave me the confirmation. That's why I say you're Miss Confirmation. You get me? Allah's using you as a tool. You understand? And that's, to be God's tool is the greatest gift you can have in life, you know. For God to use you as a tool, you better know who you is, you know. You better know what you're destined for. Don't worry about these clothes and the central heating and all that. Because let me tell you something. One little shake, one little by the Most High, we ain't got nothing but our physical being. Yeah? Nothing. Yeah, we've all seen it. England ain't been rocked yet, you know. England ain't been rocked. There's no, the land don't shake over here. We don't see tornadoes and all of these storms and Hurricane Katrinas and all of that. We don't see that. But one day it gonna come. It gonna come. People think it won't reach. It will come. One day it will come.
You guys don't
Because
have
God is
hurricanes
real.
or tornadoes over there?
Nope. We
This is
don't
only for the
even have
United States?
we
What is
don't even
happening?
have we don't even have earthquakes. We have little I think last time we had an earthquake was probably many years ago. Many years ago. And it was, I'm telling you. And you know what? I was incarcerated. It was in 2006 or
Didn't know
7.
this.
I think it was 2008 was the last time we had a little, just a little thing. So like, we need to understand what's going on. You see what happened in Turkey? One day the people's playing with ice cream, dancing up and down. Hey, next day they're sitting outside thinking, what is this? And that's life. One day you're up here, next day you're down here. One day you're down here, next day you're up here. You have to understand, you know. That's why it's important what we manifest. It's important what we do. It's important how we try and change people's lives, how we speak into it. You know?
Right.
Like, I'm no better than any of you out there. I've made some stupid decisions in my life. But the difference between me now and the old me is I live by truth. And when I mean truth, I'm talking about truth. If I disrespect anybody, and the moment I go away and I realize, you know what, that was uncalled for, that was out of order, even in the public eye, I will turn around and I say, you know what? And it doesn't mean I'm better than people because I'm able to identify. You understand? And I'll give them their right. I'll give you a right. I'll be like, you know what? That was bang out of order. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. And
Right.
it was wrong with me. Whether you accept it or not, that's another thing. But the fact that
Right.
I accept it, that means a lot to me. The fact that I'm able to. Because there was times where I'm telling you now, I used to be just as bad as these people. I will be negative and all that and try and justify the negativity because of how I feel. Nah, that's not right.
Yeah.
Right.
I know what you mean. I know what you
It's deep, man. It's deep.
mean. It is. It's very deep.
How's your day been? I know I've just waffled on. I probably filled your head up with so much thoughts. You're like, what the?
It is awesome. My followers are here. They are listening to you. Of course, they were like, "Yes, facts." Da 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 da. You know, they're chiming in. They are. They definitely hear you. So I appreciate you taking this time to actually do this live with me. My day is going great. I try to have a good day as much as I can every day. But you know, I'm living. I'm breathing. I have another opportunity to get it right. You know,
Mm.
so I'm grateful.
Oh, you got
And how
it
about
right. Don't
yourself?
worry about that. You got it right. You got it right. You just have to hold on to that right and don't let it go left. You get me? You got it right. Believe me. Yeah. Um, you're good. Like, I know this is just a TikTok and a camera, but I can see your glow. You got it. Your aura's bright. You get me? It's not dull. It's not dim. You know, when you speak, it's vibrant. The energy, you know, that of your words is felt. And I'm very sure that there's many people that would just look, they will just tune in just because of your glow. Understand? But you got to protect your glow as well. Understand? And
Yeah,
don't let nothing in this life bring you down. You know,
yeah, yeah. You too.
when you're feeling away or
How is your
you're
day?
wondering, oh, what if this, what if that? You know, me, I'm all right. I'm gonna be real. I'm cool. Other than speaking to my younger brother, who is for me one of my biggest tests and battles in this life. Understand? And other than this nonsense woman who joins my life today, I want to talk about stupidness. Yeah, things that have no, it don't make sense. With me, you could tell me anything you want. As long as there's truth behind it and it makes sense, I'm cool. The moment I realize it's nonsense, I got a lot to say. I need to correct that. Like, no. Because I've lived of nonsense in it. So my brother phoning me, he just keeps talking nonsense. You get me? You can't tell me that people are moving away and doing this and doing that, and you yourself ain't doing nothing about it. What are you doing for yourself? Stop talking about other people. What are you doing? You get me? What are you doing? That's the whole thing. And I've been trying to tell him for years, but it's not, and my job's done now. I can't do it no more. These people are just gonna drag me down because, like I said, my head top will go. I ain't got time for this. Like, bruv, you live, you die, you learn. It is what it is, bro. Nobody is
Yeah,
going to oppress me. No system, no government, no TikToker, nobody. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna live how I want to. If I want to get up now and go outside, God's giving me the feet to do it. He's giving me the knowledge and the insight and the ability, the capacity to go and do that. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna think, oh well, they might this and they might that. No, bro, get up and do. Get up and do better. So
yeah,
nobody make no excuses for you in this world. Yeah, don't make excuses for other people. Every one of us, we have the ability. We can do things. We have the power to do things. And yeah,
yeah.
you know.
So what do you feel like is your calling here? You're here obviously to inspire people, right? How long have you been inspiring others in your life?
Throughout, honestly, throughout my whole life, even when I was negative, I used to inspire people because
Yeah.
the thing is, when I was young, like I said, I went to high school. A lot of people used to wear wallabies. I don't know if you know what wallabies are, but when we started high school, this was many years ago, people would wear shoes that were called wallabies or kickers. You know what kickers are?
Should
Okay,
I
so
look it up?
and Tim, nah,
What a
nah, nah,
kicker.
nah. I went to school wearing purple Dr. Martens with yellow threads. You understand? Because that's what my parents could afford at the time. And I don't know if they wanted to make me look like a clown or go through things, but They put me in school and whatever. So I used to have people pointing the finger at me and say, oh, look at these trainers, or look at this and look at that, right? And that kind of made me, how can I say, it made me want not to be subjected to people's subjections. So I started challenging it. And then when I challenged it, I started getting into fights. And then when I started getting into fights, the people that I used to allow to, talk bad about me or say something about how I was dressed or the lack of quality of what I had on, I used to beat them up. When I realized that I could beat them up, I used to be like, all right, these people are nobodies. Like, you lot just got good mouths on you because you got a little nice material and stuff. And then I came from a household where my dad was very stern. He was a serious man. I don't know. We've all seen the Jackson 5s, right? My dad was like that. I swear to you, my dad was like that. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. But imagine that, but worse, even worse. No joke. Right? I'm not going to go too into it, but I grew up in a stern household. The only person I was ever scared of in this world was my father. Nobody else. I see men pull out guns. I never even got scared. I see men pull out knives. I never got scared. But you tell me my dad's coming, I'm running. I'm gone. I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know? So I think I've always been that person that people can look on and like, I know a lot of people out in this world that know me personally. They were able to tune into not being too fearful and just going for gold, you know what I mean? And they benefited from it.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as what I'm living for right now, I'm being real. I don't live to be validated by others or anything like that. I'm living because God has given me life beyond my own understanding. My purpose is to allow people to understand that no matter what you've done in this life, as long as you have the will to get up, see, talk, interact, and as long as your brain keeps ticking, first of all, have gratitude for what you do have.
Right.
Because what you don't have, you will never know. Listen to what I said. Have gratitude for what you do have. Because what you don't have, you will never know. Right?
Yeah.
We will never know.
Yeah.
You understand? We will never know about the sufferations that we don't have because we don't have them. We'll never know what it could be. Wait, you understand? We don't have it. Fill yourself with gratitude for what you do have. A lot of us, we say, oh, well, I've only got a little bit of money. Okay, cool.
You got
Thank
something.
God that you got thank God that you got a little bit of money.
Something.
Do you know what? I've only got a 1-bedroom flat. Thank God for something. Because guess what? There's people that ain't even got a room. Like,
right.
You can always build upon what you have as long as you have gratitude,
Yes.
So
yeah.
These are the things, and understand that life is beyond you because not one of us allow our heart to beat. Our heart beats on a timer that none of us control. None. You could be the healthiest person in the world. Go to sleep with dreams and aspirations for tomorrow. And the good Lord said, listen, I'm calling upon you now because now is the time I need you. That's it. End of. Thank you so much for all the gifts, everybody. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Yeah. So, and the moment you understand that, the moment you look at a tree that's been here longer than you and realize somebody planted the trees before we got here. The moment you start doing these things, like, bro, the trees were here before us. If a tree could speak, it would tell the people more about the world and life than all of us could probably tell each other. You understand?
Yep.
The stars, the moon. Look at the sun. Every day the sun rises. It comes round. What are we going to do? Misconfirmation. What are we going to do if the sun don't rise tomorrow? You think I'll be on TikTok? Like, oh my God, the sun didn't rise. Oh my days, what are we doing? No, I'm not going to be doing none of that. None of that. I tell you one thing for sure. Listen, me, I'm gonna be crying like a baby, and I'm gonna be in my prayer, crying, and I'm gonna be saying, Father God, I don't know what's going down, but I tell you this now: if there's anything I said, did, and done in this life, I beg you to please have mercy on me. Do not let me be of the people of the beast. Have mercy on my soul. Understand? And use me in this time as a tool, please. I mean, that's what I'll be saying. Understand? That's what I'll be
Yeah.
doing. I don't want no phone call from mum, dad, brother, sister, girlfriend, boyfriend, like none of that. You get me? If anything, I'll be driving towards wherever my son is, and I just want him to know God loves you. Understand? That's it. God loves you. Don't forget that, Jaden. Yeah? And that's it. Whatever happens, just remember, you might look at me like daddy, but God gives you life. Yeah?
Yeah.
God gives you life, bro. And that's it,
Yeah.
man. You know, a lot of people
Yeah.
don't understand the thing, but you know,
I
try,
love
man.
that.
It's the
I
truth.
love that.
If the sun,
I think
everybody's caught up in this worldly desires, wants and needs and opinions. But the truth is this: what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do if the sun don't rise tomorrow? What's the first thing that's gonna come to your mind? Huh? Furthermore, what are we gonna do if the sun don't fall? Imagine if the sun just stays in the sky and there is no nighttime. What would you do, people? What would you
what would y'all
do?
do? Put it in the comments. Tell me what y'all would do if the sun did not rise or if it did not set. Tell me, what would you do?
I would love to know what they say. Oh my days.
Juju says 777, such an inspiration.
God
They
bless
were
you, man.
agreeing with you. They said absolutely. Let's see. They said amen, amen. They said praying. They said pray.
And that's the difference between people who live by the faith system and those that don't. Because guess what? Everything that come from everything around you, that pillow that you're lying on now, your dress, your ring, the bed, the house, the phone, it all came from the faith system. The ability to vision, seek elements, bring it together, and let it manifest. And that's what happens when you believe in the spiritual realm. You vision the heavens, you vision the creator, you vision your success in the spiritual. You understand? And you seek elements such as prayer, such as good deeds, such as um, um, knowledge from books and from history and from and you do what? You seek them, you bring those elements together, and you let your spiritual realm manifest. So that when that time comes for your soul to move on from this vessel into wherever it is destined to go, you've created your heaven through your words, your
Right.
deeds, your visions, your actions, your beliefs, your faith. So the faith system, when you have faith, that's it. Faith will, you're good, man. You're good. Don't worry about anything else, man. Just have that in
Yeah.
you, and remember this, whatever you vision is there. If you vision hell, you better believe that exists. You vision heaven, wherever your heaven may be, that exists, is there. Why? Because everything around us, apart from our physical vessel, the mountains, the birds, the bees, the animals, the rivers, the lakes, the trees, the sun, the moon, the sky, guess where it came from? Our thoughts, our ability to
Absolutely.
vision, our ability to vision and seek elements
Yes.
allowed these things to be the buildings, the cars, everything. The fact that electricity even exists, somebody visioned it and said, oh, I bet there's an energy that all powerful, more powerful than mankind, that all of us can use. I bet that's what they said to this. He said, how can I tune into it? How? I can do it. Listen, do you remember we had Star Trek? Beam me up,
Mhm.
Scotty. Remember that? Now we got Star Trek on our phone. This is it. This is Captain Kirk's. You know what he had? This is it. We've got it now. Do you remember Back to the Future? The hoverboard? Now we've got it. Do you remember the flying car? We've got it. You got £1 million, you can go buy a flying car. You could drive around
Yeah.
the city, make there be a long road in LA, California, in the air now. Right?
Yeah.
Now,
It's so
now,
true.
it's not a game, people, right? It is not a game. Before you vision yourself being Mr. Motivator, the muscle man, right? You had to vision yourself with all those muscles looking good, slender. You was nowhere near it, but you brought seek elements. You seek knowledge
Yeah.
of how to train, knowledge of how to. Next thing you know, 6 months down the line, wow. Now you've got a new vision because you've seen that it's working. You envision
Yeah.
yourself even better. You created that.
Mm.
God gave
Yeah.
you the ability to create that. Think about what I'm
Yeah.
saying, right?
Yeah.
Before you
Yeah.
put on your makeup, you look in the mirror and you're like, oh my days, I really need I need to look after myself. Don't worry, I got foundation. I know what, I got it. Ping, I'm going to make myself look really good. Do half of your face. Do half of your face. Vision this. Women, ladies, do this. Go in the mirror, look at yourself. Vision yourself looking even prettier and get all your makeup together. Just do one side of your face. And then go like that. And then look like that. And then remember, your vision, you seeking those abilities and those elements allowed that side of your face to look, oh my gosh. You understand? The good, bad, and the ugly. Do it. The faith system exists. Tune into it, people. You understand? Be careful what you think about. Be careful what you allow yourself to dream about. Be careful
That's
what
so
you
true.
read and what you vision on your TV. Because before you go to bed, that's what's in your mind. That's what's in your subconscious. You understand?
Yeah.
So be
Yeah.
aware of it.
I think
It's not a
everybody
game.
knows that. Like when you go to bed and you leave the TV on and you got something playing on the TV and then it's happening in your damn dreams. What the hell is happening there?
Exactly.
Absolutely. Also,
All right.
like I give some of my
And do you know
clients
what's
examples, like, okay, I have a picture of a monster in my mind. You have a picture of a monster in your mind. So, okay, you go to bed and you're a little kid, and you say, oh my gosh, there was a monster under my bed. And your vision of what a monster is completely different from what my vision is. But you still may see it. You understand? I still may see my monster, but it's the perception of that person that is creating that. Yes,
100%? 100%. This is why we must be careful what people speak into our life. Remember,
absolutely.
words have power and meaning. When somebody says, listen, if I look at you and I say to you, oh, misconfirmation, you look really depressed and you look stressed. You get back at me, you say, well, I am not depressed and I'm not stressed. Like, please don't talk like that over me.
Exactly.
What do you mean you look really this? No, be careful. Because words have power and meaning and they have substance. And the moment people
Absolutely.
will try and wash things over you for you to make you vision yourself being of that. Because your
Yep.
visions are powerful. They're powerful.
Yes. They are very
Listen,
powerful.
God is real, people. God is real. It's not a game. Life is serious. It's so serious. But we got so much distractions to take us away from the reality that when you get to that reality, you better hold on to that. You better don't let no
Absolutely.
man, woman, child, or beast, or any situation, no love, no money, do not let it be taken from you. Because that truth, that reality, that's the purity.
Yes.
That is the purity. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You ever have a baby, right? Women, you have a baby and your child starts screaming like there's no tomorrow. Ah! When someone comes around that child, you keep that. I don't care if it's your mother. You keep your mother away from your child. Do you hear me?
I'm telling you.
You do not let people hold your child. Do not let them see your child. Do not be promoting, oh, look how cute my baby is. Forget all of that. The evil eye is real. The spiritual realm is real. The mental realm
Yes.
is real. You better understand
Yes.
what is good. You ever seen somebody who you ain't seen for years? The moment you start doing good, oh my gosh, they just pop up. Oh, how are you? I haven't seen you for time. Oh yeah, good. I hope you don't give them that energy. Oh my days. Don't do that. Just be like, hi, you okay? God bless, bye, and keep it moving. Don't
Yes.
you dare. This hand, don't reach out your hand to everybody. You can say hello and be polite to people without giving them a hug and giving them your energy. You have an energy force around you. You're talking to a
Yes.
young man, by the way. I don't read books like that. I never went to school. I got no GCSEs, no education like that. Academically, I got real life experiences. I tune into what the Most High tell me and guides me.
Yeah.
You ever had a
That's what
dream?
it's about.
You ever had a dream and that dream feels so real? Furthermore, you wake up
Oh,
and you're like, oh my God, how is that? How was that a dream?
oh yes.
Hmm. I've
Absolutely.
had I've had dreams that I thought was real. I had to pinch myself when I woke up, like, what? Huh?
Yes. Right.
Where was you? How are we able to vision? We have no conscious. They say we are not conscious when we are sleeping. What if I told you that you're more conscious when you're sleeping?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
There's
What do you
confirmation
feel
you're
like,
powerful.
really quickly, and then I got to get off because I got to do a one-on-one, but
Yeah.
I'll be back on.
Good,
What do
good.
you feel is keeping us here tapped into the earth, into this realm that we're all like, okay, why are we all able to meet here in this realm? Like I'm here with you talking
Can I
to
tell
you.
you?
You know
Can
what I
I tell
mean?
you why? Do you know what I truly believe? Let me tell you something.
What?
I believe, right, that where we truly came from, we was shown everything before we came here, and we was given a task, and we pleaded because we believed that we can achieve that task. And you know what? We was given it. It was said, you know what? Kun fire kun, be, and it became because we
Mm-mm.
pleaded. And guess what? Do you know if we don't, the decision was already agreed. We already agreed. If we do this, if we do that, if we don't get to live to that purity, this is what happens. We already know it. You know why? Let me tell you why, Miss Confirmation. When we do a righteous deed and we want nothing back for it, we just do a righteous deed. The joy that we feel, wow. You know, when you do something good for somebody and you don't even talk about it, you just know it good. And you, in your whole of your soul just feel warm. You don't even have to tell anyone what you just did. You know what you did. And then you ever do something and you know, rotted. I have to change that. It might live with you and live with you and live with you until the day you change it and you let it go in your heart and you fully repent. When I mean fully repent, I mean like you fully change. Repenting ain't just I'm sorry. That sorry don't mean nothing. I tell people if I say to you don't do this, I don't want you to tell me sorry. Just don't do it. Just better it. Make sure it don't happen again. I'm happy because sorry is a comfort to a fool. It really is. You know, we believe as Muslims that when you do a wrong deed, you follow it up with a good deed and it cancels out the bad deed. Now, do you know you can say something or do something that be wrong, right? Now, the good deed isn't, oh, let me go and buy a guy who's homeless a cheeseburger. No, that's not the good deed. The good deed is when you acknowledge that you did something wrong and you make sure that it doesn't happen again and you ask for forgiveness and you forgive yourself by allowing yourself to do better. That is the good deed. Do you understand? So the answer to your question is this. I truly believe that before we came here, the creator that be allowed us to see every element that it could possibly be. And this is why the day of judgment comes. Because I believe that on the day of judgment, we will be called forth and we will be asked, did we not agree to this? And we would, because listen, people think, oh, God created us. and God's so controlling and all it. No, we have free will. We have free will. We have a decision to be or not to be, to do or not to do, to go left or right. That is our free will, to speak or keep our mouth closed. Do you understand? And some people, they were given this life as a punishment. Do you understand? There was a punishment, maybe like an agreement, a punishment, or even a blessing. Because punishments can be blessings. It depends how you perceive them. For instance, imagine for every wrong that you ever did, imagine you go to the heavens. And it's possible. Anything's possible. Imagine you was to, you know, this life was to done. And then God said to you, listen, I'll judge you accordingly on the day of judgment, and I'm going to hold you accountable for everything you claimed that you was going to do and you didn't do. And I'm going to hold you accountable for everything that you did do, whatnot. However, misconfirmation, I'll give you another opportunity. You can go forth back. I'll send you back. But I'm going to take away certain abilities that I left you with. And this is your punishment. But allowing yourself to choose this decision, you're going to live in this realm. You're going to live back in this realm. But guess what? You're going to suffer. But that salvation is going to be a cleansing of your sins and your family's bloodline and the things that happen. You have to agree to go. And if not, then you just get judged accordingly. How do we know that has happened? How do we know these things can't? You know what I'm saying? Trying to say. I hope people understand what I'm trying to say. You know, we see less fortunate kids, people that can't talk, can't speak, can't do certain things. You understand? Like, there's a soul. Listen, there's a soul in every being. Everything with life has a soul. Everything. Even the trees. Even the trees have soul. They season. Every year there's a new season. There's a new lease of life. Do you see people going around and feeding the trees? No one feeds the trees. It happens naturally. The earth, the sun, the elements. Allah said, kun fayakun, be and it becomes. We are because we chose. No. God created us and gave us free will. And we're here, just like me and you meeting. There's something, maybe this conversation might help someone. Maybe it's a confirmation for someone else. There's something we're meant to do. A lot of people just want to indulge in the flesh. Yeah, oh my God, I met this person. They're so cool. Oh my God, I really think they're the one. Shut up. Take a step back. You know, ask yourself, what is the true meaning and purpose for me to meet this person?
Yeah.
Was it so that I can have a one night of passion? Or is it because we're destined to save souls as well as our own? Is this a confirmation? What are we meant to do? That's it. But listen, I know you got to go, and I'm so grateful for speaking to you and even speaking to the people, man. I love it. It's a
All the
blessing.
time. We're going to be doing this regularly. Duh.
Big up
Yes, it
yourself,
was
man.
not by accident. You're here to inspire and empower the people through your experiences and through your word and through your passion, because they definitely be feeling the passion. And so I'm glad that we crossed journeys so that we can be on this path together forever, you know?
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for anyone
Yeah.
that can relate to what I'm saying. Just know this in it. You have truth in you, because believe me, one day, yeah, my mom used to always say, one day we'll be given a DVD of our whole life, everything we said and done, and we'll be able to watch it in a split moment. And I guarantee you, if you lot could have my DVD and see the man that and understand this man, listen, even me, I'm here. It's me, I'm living. But I look back to, if I could go back to when I was like 15 or even 12 and speak to the person then, and I'm like, what? I would love, you know what?
Yeah.
That young man, that young yogi, that little boy. If I said to that little boy, one day you're going to be 36 and you're going to be on some app called TikTok talking to a lady that you're going to call misconfirmation about positive things, and you're going to overcome everything. Like, I'll be real. I'll probably be like, "What? Get away from me, bro, man! I don't hurt you." That's what I probably would have said.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the truth is, I'm here. I'm 36. I'm like, what? But listen, this confirmation. May God bless you from near and afar. May He bless you from the northwest, east, and south, and from overseas. May He bless you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, visually, verbally, internally, externally, universally, morally, practically, sociably, financially. Amen. May He do it in this life and in the life after the next. And may He be your refuge and your portion in the land of the living and the land beyond here, and the life in this life and the life beyond this. Amen. And may
Oh my
God bless
goodness.
all of you people with truth and substance.
Mm.
Yeah, live by truth, honor, manners, respect. And yeah, man, I hope that when this life and this journey ends for me, I hope we meet again in a realm and a place that is greater than this will ever be. You get me? Amen. Big up
Yes.
yourself. To all my
Yes.
Muslims, Salamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh, to all of you, to the world and back. No,
Yes, we are so grateful for you. Everyone in here is like, this is beautiful. Thank you so much. We
manners,
love
man.
you. We are so grateful for
Same, man.
you. Thank
Same,
you so
same.
much.
I'm
Everybody
grateful for
follow
you.
777, no cap, no
Same,
lies.
same. To all my
Everybody
people,
follow.
big up
Everybody
yourself. It's
follow him.
Friday night over here, so I know, in England, everybody goes out and they get drunk and do their thing, but this is just the English thing, innit? They go to the pubs and all of these things. And have you not got
Same
pubs over
here.
in America? Have you not got
Yeah,
pubs
they
though?
do the same thing here. I think that that was created on purpose so that people on the weekends would not be focusing on their self. Instead, they'd be getting drunk. And you know what? Like, it's all a distraction.
It's crazy, man. They go, over here though, it's a culture. They go to one pub, they get drunk, then they leave that pub, go to another pub, get even more drunk, go to another pub, and then on the third pub or fourth pub, they probably have a fight at the end of the night. But they're like,
Yeah,
hey, they get up the next day like, oh,
yeah.
that was a smashing night, and I'm like, people are
The
crazy.
same here. People club hop and do the same thing.
But yeah, but
They do the
listen,
same
God bless you. I thank you so much. And keep that glow. Keep your glow. You hear me?
I'm trying.
Keep
I'm
your
trying.
you keep that glow. You get me?
You
Keep your
too.
glow. And remember, the purest thing you have in your life is your truth and your reality, and the extensions of life, which is your kids. Remember that.
Yeah,
Your children
yeah,
are your extensions of life. So
yeah.
believe me, that one day, and I know as a mother as well, you would know this. You get me? Probably more so than I. You could be having I wouldn't say a bad, or you could be having a rough time with it, with your emotions, your thought processes, because it's a battle. Life's a battle. And
Yeah.
your child might say one thing or even look at you a certain way, and your whole perspective just changed. You just burst out laughing. You're like,
Yes,
what the?
yes, yes, yes. They are our greatest creations.
They're the
Absolutely.
purest, man. Trust me. So big up yourself, man. But yo,
Yes. Thank you
love.
so much. We got to do
Big
this
up yourself.
again.
Yeah.
Okay?
We'll arrange a day. One day we'll communicate,
Yes.
and maybe we'll have a proper day, and maybe we can talk about specific subjects instead of just freestyling it.
Yes, I'm an
But
organizer. I like to get up and talk about certain things, know what I'm going to be talking about.
yeah,
But
we
we
need to do
will
that.
we
We
will
need to do that. I'm not.
we'll DM.
I'm very freestyle. I just let
Yeah, I love
and
it. I love
it's
it.
good, but sometimes it could be to my detriment because I'll go off. I'll go. "Ooh." But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's okay. Everything
but
is
we'll do it.
happening just as it should. So maybe we'll have a subject that we talk about and then we'll go off of what people ask us about. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
then freestyle
definitely.
it like that. So we can
What
mix
city
it up.
you in? Can I ask you what city you
I'm
in?
in Yeah, are you familiar? Do you know where Philly is? Philadelphia?
I've heard of Philadelphia. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like right outside of Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Philly.
Yeah. But
Okay.
I'm in Jersey. I'm in New Jersey, but it's right outside, like across the bridge.
New Jersey. Where's New Jersey? New
It's right by
Jersey.
New York. It's New York, by
Didn't
New
they
York.
have a program on New Jersey
A
before?
program?
Is that where Jersey Shore is?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my
Jersey
days.
Shore is actually not too far from me. So yes.
Is it? Wow. Like, that's crazy, bro. Okay,
That
I know
is
where you
crazy.
at, man. That is
Yeah.
wow, didn't it? Blood. Well, I don't know if it is, but having that TV show is wild. I watched it once. I was like, oh
They
my
were
God.
so silly. They were
Yeah, like
so silly.
crazy. Fights and all sorts. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this Jersey? Is this
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
all right.
But yeah, you and I will DM. We will figure out something and figure out a topic in a day, and then we'll get to it. I'm going to hop off of here now. I got an appointment with a client, but I love you so
Blessings,
much,
man.
and we will talk
Blessings,
soon.
man. Blessings.
Bye,
God bless you,
guys.
man.
I'll be back
Keep
later. I'll be
moving.
back in a little bit.
See you
Bye,
later.
guys. Okay.
Mm.